Prime Minister Andrew Holness has declared that so far, none of the government parliamentarians he had spoken to is being investigated for illicit enrichment.
So, which government parliamentarians got letters from the Integrity Commission stating they are being investigated for the crime?
My straight answer is that I have asked as far and as wide. I have gotten that response from everyone, but as far as I have been told, no. People have been written to, as the Integrity Commission does almost daily. But I have not heard of anyone in my political party being written to for this matter of illicit enrichment.
What is it that grieves God? The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, tells us there are 6 things the Lord hates. One of them is haughty eyes, but another one is a lying tongue. There's a funny story of Abraham Lincoln who was meeting with somebody and they had a dispute. This one man was being adamant on his position even though it didn't make sense. And Abraham Lincoln tried this little story. He said, "How many legs does a cow have?" The man said, "Well, 4." And Abe Lincoln said, "Well, yes, but what if I were to tell you that the tail of the cow was also a leg? How many legs does a cow have?" The man said, "Well, that would be 5. And Abe Lincoln said, "Well, that's the point. That's not true. Just because you say a tail is a leg doesn't make it a leg." Sometimes we get caught up in believing things that we've created in our own mind and we start telling them as if they're truth. We've got to make sure that we're not deceiving ourselves and then passing it on to other people. The Lord detests lying lips. Let's be honest with ourselves and honest with others.
All right, firstly, for me, can I ask you to respond to this release from the JLP just now, which states that the General Secretary condemns PNP's elements for bomb threats? Yes, in the release, Dr. Chang says it appears elements in the PNP have adopted mischievous and disruptive actions in an attempt to disrupt the voting of the security forces. I urge elements in the PNP to desist from seeking. Can I get you to respond to that?
This was prepared before the bomb threats were issued.
No, he does not.
Can
I get a response to that, please?
Yeah, I saw, well, may I say this before a full response? Because a full response will have to come from the General Secretary. But I saw when that release was posted. And as somebody who grew with him granny, there is often a trait among the guilt. My grandmother's version of it was not as sophisticated as Sigmund Freud. But Sigmund Freud famously says, criminals leave clues. They have a compulsion to confess. For Dr. Chang, who is presently not only the Deputy Prime Minister, but the Minister of National Security, to make such a bizarre statement before the authorities are able to conclude any investigation speaks to a mind that may reflect the mischief they complain about as the creator of the mischief, not the one describing it. It is an utterly unprofessional, below par, and reckless statement for him to have made, but it is consistent with the statements we have seen over the last 3 debates, where in the face of truth, people are able to hide behind innuendo of their own creation. And he's...
It's now time for a question from social media. We're going to Amoy Harriot.
Thanks, Archie. Our first social media question tonight comes from Instagram. Shania in Kingston, she says, low voter turnout suppresses the effectiveness of a democratic society. Many Jamaicans refuse to vote because they believe both parties are corrupt. What would you say to the significant population of non-voters? And if elected, how will you hold politicians accountable for offenses against the people instead of protecting them?
So in this instance, the question, you have 90 seconds to answer, and we begin with Dr. Holness.
Corruption is a serious problem in our country, and corruption requires strong leadership. From my position as Prime Minister, I have taken action against any member of my political party that has been involved or accused of anything that suggests corruption. In my own case, I have been investigated for a year with an expert forensic auditor. The findings of that report have suggested no corruption.
No,
there have been no charges.
Another lie again, Prime Minister.
Every aspect of my report, every aspect of my personal life and my personal financial details are in the public domain. I am the politician about which Jamaica knows the most. And therefore, I am the politician who can stand with the greatest moral authority to treat with any matter that is considered corrupt, as I have done in the past. And I want to give this assurance to the Jamaican people that you know me, you know about me, you can trust me, and you know that I stand against corruption.
Mr. Golding has the opportunity to respond to that social media question as well.
Andrew, what they know about you is that you have 28 bank accounts, that you received several $1 million in cash deposits from anonymous donors in your bank account, that your companies had transactions of over $400 million, several thousand transactions between them, and that Positive Jamaica Foundation, a non-profit which you are intimately connected with, provided resources which you use for personal investments through your personal company. We have signed the Leadership Code of Conduct developed by Integrity Commission. All of our spokespersons and myself have signed. None of your people have signed it. I am committed to ensuring that all members of the executive, when we form government, will have their Integrity Commission declarations published, not just the leader of the opposition and what should happen, but hasn't happened in your case because you're not certified, the Prime Minister. So the whole question that has been asked is an excellent question. And we really need to step up our vigilance against corrupt behavior, nepotism and cronyism. The volume of scandals under this Jamaica Labour Party government is unprecedented. Over the number of ministers who have had to be removed from frontline duty, many of them parked in the naughty corner in OPM rather than being sacked. It is a disgrace to the country, and your personal situation where you're operating under a deep cloud because your Integrity Commission declarations are not certified, also is something which Jamaica cannot go forward with.
Now, what struck me last night, personally, were not the huge things like that, which I knew our party leader had covered. Yeah. I mean, amazingly covered, because he showed his capacity, his competence, his confidence, and his preparedness for the job. I found it interesting when the Prime Minister spoke to the debt to GDP ratio, because I would have anticipated that if you're running the country, then you more than anybody else, this is a ball on which you have to keep your eye. And when I gasped, literally gasped in the audience, because I knew that there had been a reduction and that the release had come out and we were looking now at 62.4% at the time. But, you know, sometimes somebody does something that shows their personality in a way that, because they are unguarded. And so when the question was thrown to the Prime Minister, and then our leader started to respond, and he started the argument and interrupted, it reinforced for me that he does not understand the concept of the rule of law, that there are rules which govern all of your activities and rules by which you must comply. And so when the leader presented his birth certificate, he asked a most important question. The Prime Minister was asked, can you present me with your certification? It is an important matter. Yes. The Prime Minister says that his investigation has been closed by the Integrity Commission. And I suppose if you were somebody who believed in white lies, you could say, well, I'm not really too wrong, you know. What he did not tell you was that it has been passed on to the Financial Investigation Division and also to the Tax Administration Department. That is to say that there are matters which the Integrity Commission formed the view will be best dealt with by a body which has expertise in investigating fraud. Of course, we know that after this reference was made, the job was advertised. And the job was altered. The terms, the requirements were altered to suit an applicant. I need say no more on this.
Wagwan people. In the Gleaner, I look at Golden says PM wife's involvement in real estate development is a conflict of interest. Let's look at one of those alleged investment before we get into these people, because I apologize to Mark Golding. I really do. Let's watch this first before me looking at the Gleaner while I talk to you.
Sure the building with Juliet Wellness, aka Cowfoot, size 13 a build. See it, yeah? And dig up the whole of the road for run pipe and them thing there already. See it, yeah? Big old apartment, painting a blue and white. Yeah. Three of them. Like you see it. So them are on electricity there. Yeah. Showing on the front part. Front part, this is the garbage bin now. So it's secure and everything. See that? Juliet building this. Big old building. Building look nice, see? Clock. See them there. Tree.
Then if I really Juliet own this property, and this is one of many may I hear. Now, them people are not wealthy, man. These people have wealth. Welcome back, people. On the sewer go on there, and we need answers. Yeah, to the ownership and how much them have and who fund them thing. Because we ask all the questions, you know. Gone are the days when I ask a question, people. News media now ask a question at Jamaica. If you follow news media at Jamaica, everything is beautiful. And they would credit politicians for building. Oh, she's building this beautiful building. News media now come and say it's a conflict of interest. They now say corruption now face so. So look here, people. May I apologize to Mark Golding. He deserves an apology. You may say, people, Mark Golding deserves an apology from I, Jamaican Carlos. Yeah, I'm going to play a video and then I'm going to explain after. Let's watch it, gentle people. Not love, you know.
The performance of yesterday's debate has created a new language in Jamaica, a motto, if you will, new PM by 1 p.m. on election day. Mr. Holness's performance was underwhelming in no uncertain terms, even for him. And I think the bar of expectation that he had of himself was even more pressuring because he would have seen the abysmal performances of his team members beginning last week, Saturday, and continuing on through to Tuesday. And perhaps he broke under the pressure of having been let down by his previous 6 speakers, in particular, the Minister of Labour and the Minister of Finance. The other thing about it is that Mark Golding came to the wicket batting knowing that he was going against some really deep-seated lies told about him and attempts to rob him of his heritage. And we've all now been robbed of our heritage, because when a prime minister can declare that not because you're born in Jamaica means you are Jamaican, it is really an attempt to dislocate all of us from our proud heritage and our connection to a nation family, which gives all of us our global identity. The confusion coming out of the Jamaica Labour Party about who is Jamaican and the very concept of being Jamaican didn't come as a surprise, because for the first time in our history, we've had a situation where while students in Ukraine facing bombs were told that their government through the Foreign Affairs Ministry could not assist them, when you check the timeline, that would have been when the Minister of Foreign Affairs had first cast her eyes on the job of Secretary General for the Commonwealth, and to have been practicing a campaign to become the Secretary General of the Commonwealth while Jamaica faced all of these missed opportunities to properly negotiate for carbon credit arrangements, to deal with climate change mitigation and response. When you look at all of what else was happening, one wonders, how could someone born in Jamaica, committed to Jamaica as sworn in her oath of office, have been looking to fly and exit Jamaica, fly from Jamaica and exit Jamaica, while on the job being paid by the taxpayer? Nigel Clark also caught a flight and flew out. So the concept of Jamaicanness being a sufficient reason to be inspired and to be enthusiastic about our future was really left to Mark Golding, which I think he proved without a shadow of a doubt that not only is he born in Jamaica, he has a concept for Jamaica, and that concept is captured in the Mission Love Manifesto.
Jaja. So, gentle people, my apology to Mark Golding. Let me tell you why I apologize to Mark Golding. No Jamaican supposed to battle and a fight for them heritage. Do you hear me? There's a racial attack going towards Mark Golding, a wicked, deep-seated, well-organized, coming from the top, racial attack against Mark Golding. And we see it. I want to stay quiet. When I used to dip on the beach at Jamaica, if it was for white people, hungry kill we, you know. Anybody were in a tourism, talk truth. If another white tourism them hungry, no kill we. How many times the one black tourism come in your place, come support you? Then walk past it because you know have Louis Vuitton or Nike or some name brand on the store. It is the whites who always come and support us. My mother is also half white. We now look on a man's color him skin, I color him eyes. A dumbass argument that. They shouldn't attack Mark Golding. Me apologize, Mark Golding. Me apologize, my brother. You shouldn't have to come prove no citizenship. You know what that come like? Some of them with some foreign country where them treat you like we're nothing and want to run you out of them place. After that feel like, you know, some people understand what that make a man feel, you know. You're born in one place and because of your complexion. The people them dead because of politics. And some stuff where Andrew Owners are push as the leader of the country. Started by Nigel Clark, by Master Mark. You see what I'm saying, some people? Then Mark Golding and Darrell Vaz. And Mark Golding have to prove his identity in a 2025 to a bunch of people who always have to prove identity, always get marginalized, pushed around, shoved aside. Are we, since when we come like this? Since when Jamaica turned a racist country? You see how Andrew Owners, the bad energy, the poison, Andrew Owners poison the country. We come from a country where nobody has ever said anything about the white people. No racial, nothing people. Until Andrew Owners. Man, it's the real devil, it seems. People have never seen anything like this. Never seen anything, no attack on the white people. Nowhere people. Because if white people stop coming to Jamaica, dog, name we supper. Many white tourists. What if white people stop coming to Jamaica? We say there's a racist attack on Mark Golding. In a 2025, the brother have to approve them come from Jamaica. Coming out with his birth certificate. The man never have to do that, family. The brother shouldn't have to do that. The Commonwealth coverage and all of that. Why am I have to do that, people? Shouldn't have to do that. And them know. Andrew Willis know. But Andrew Willis have thing and a poison the people them. Till in the comment section, you hear people I say, no white man, no this. When the steer goes a white man. That's why anytime you see those in my comment section, strictly black and delete. You ain't gonna come around here, come stick with a racist comment. Strictly black and delete. Not even delete your comment. You not gonna be on my platform. We don't push no racism around us. So Andrew Onis are push racism, people. Every word out of mouth, the Prime Minister is leading a racist campaign against Mark Golding. Allow me to tell? Am I lying, people? You're the head of the country and you are lead a racist comment against the white man. When you depend upon tourists, white people for coming to your country, you are dependent upon white investors. Look what white people are on the bus. Look what white people are on the bus. Look what they face. Eh? And the black man, where we go through some of things, people, I get racist in 2025 by Andrew Onis. That Mark Golding have to come out, come prove him status. Mark Golding, I apologize, my brother. You shouldn't have to do that. Mark Golding, Jamaican Carlos, apologize to you. You should never have to do that, my brother. The John Crow. This brother, Andrew Onis himself. Ring John Crow. You never have to do that, my brother. Never, the brother is toxic. Andrew Onis is very toxic. Leading a racist campaign against Mark Golding. How else would I look at it? That's my belief. That's what we're looking at. And that's why I interpret and define it. It is a racial campaign against Mark Golding. Hateful, grudgeful, bad mind. And I'm going to make you piss in a chimney and shit in a plastic bag and fling you over gully and you your mother piss at night time. And I'm going to cause it. Eh? And I'm going to make you in so much trouble now. You have been prime minister in so much corruption. How? You're in so much corruption as a big man. Pay up everything with money I call upon. Brother, me know Mark Golding mother never push him to no window making go broke people house. No, Mark Golding can say I come from good beginning. Don't people. No, Mark Golding mother now push him to no goddamn window tell him to go broke people house. Or else Mark Golding will be a thief now. You don't start thief when you get old. He start somewhere. I don't see Mark Golding name a call upon no screwing up nobody in a parliament. I never hear that. That ambassador fight down from foreign and the wife have to go run and go hide. Eh? Till the wife, I don't hear some Mark Golding wife have to try to push back at him by planning to make an next man hug her up in a public so it go viral. So everybody said, "Chow, me can't get man to you now." Eh? Mark Golding an embarrassing wife by screwing 3, 4, 5 women in parliament. Mark Golding now bring the woman that we must screw and the man that we must screw in a parliament under one roof. That's a done manship. You think you're a king? Me just say, Mark Golding now bring the man we must screw and the woman we must screw under one heading people. The man have integrity, and that me see, and I work with. We can't work with them otherwise. Some other people show who them is, people. Some other people show who them is. We have to attack a white people country we live in, people. And let me tell you, it's when you buck up a white man who got your back. That white person will literally take a bullet for you. No, not no movie thing. We see a movie, and in a real life it happened. That a white man who love you. Me not talk about in love intimately. Me talk about us as a friend and as a human being. That white person will push you out of the way and take a bullet for you. Whenever you find a white person who got your back, people, they really got your back. Some of the one the dunce boy come talk about. No, white this and white that. That's we're not there, sir. We are not there. No, we are not there, my family. You know, for the little Parliament bicycle, the one with the broke frame, when I come out and come talk about PR family is sacred. Chat about our husband and our kids. So Mark Golden is wrong to attack. What the dunce woman don't realize is that once you're in a public life, Juliet should have stay home or yard if she never want to be scrutinized, talked about, laughed after, cuss at, name call about her. Eh? If you don't want that, stay at your yard. You could have turned home and clean house and cook for your husband. And when you come home from work, you just kneel on your knee at the doorway and wait for your husband and please your husband. You know? But you're out here busy. Because in my head, at that you want to be head of parliament. Eh? I don't want nobody talk about Uno. And such man get thin-skinned. He get crazy when they talk about his wife. Remember, when you walk out of parliament, what do you think that was? Same thing, Mark Golden, but upon his wife. Same thing. If it was in parliament yesterday and I walk out, eh? Me say, if it in their parliament, in the walk out people. You know, you me say again, me say, if the man did there, a parliament. Mark Golden and have nothing for Mark Golden people. The only thing are some cheap shots. Remember, we pay attention to them now. A corruption I look for. I mean, ask people send me Mark Golden corruption, you know, make me body out. And I know they can't say they can't give me, you know. And some flimsy stuff and I say some stuff, but the IC certify the man every year. So come with something better than that. Me want to see Mark Golden corruption, and I will display it on my platform and use my 2x4 and broke him up verbally. I will. I would have me get it. Who don't hide it? I said, no, Carlos, you get Mark Golden corruption? Shh, no show them, man. No show them. But nobody now, not in the news. I see no say nothing. So, I mean, there's nothing there. So guess what such man I do? Man look for company. Such man I look for company to backside. Jamaican people, come here. If you're labor right now, do you know if you're Jamaican or what Andrew Ones do to the country? The man sell out the country. Why would the man make such a statement say, if you're born a Jamaica, that not make you be a Jamaican because you're born a Jamaican people? May I ask the people, think about what the man say. If you're labor right, you love your country, you just want food. You're an idiot, you just vote the labor right because of labor right. See the man, you're not a labor right party no more. It's at the Andrew Ones administration. This is a labor right party. We know what labor right party look like. This is not it, man. Eh? So I say, racist attack against Mark Golden, a racial campaign by the Prime Minister Andrew Ones. That's what I say. That's the only way we can interpret what he's saying and what is going on here. Every chance you get, choose Jamaica. Racial attack. So if you choose Mark Golden, you choose England. Look, Andrew Ones is a trickster. He's a clown. Andrew Ones is the one who linked up with the Privy Council. Right? He take an oath against us for them. I want you guys to read the oath, you know. Yo, I'm going to make sure try remember it so I can have it and read it for you. If you look for that oath, the people, the oath, I say, boy, he will keep secret for the crown. You carry news for the crown. Anybody in here has said nothing on this and that. If you go back with the news to the crown, I don't lie, me I tell people. His job is to keep secret for the crown. News carrier for the crown. Keep secret away from us for the crown. Andrew Ones, that's all. Go read it, people. This man don't want to look at the white man, them people. And the white man are born colonial masters. You know what going on? Is this brother black? Is this brother black? Yes, our breadfruit roasted. Are those breadfruit? Look good, people. You hear Mark Golden speak several times. Mark Golden say, Mark burn fire upon colonial masters. Mark say a colonial law that keep we down. The white man I tell me that. And the black man would have never come on the colonial master. He want to hook up to them. The white man I said, no man. We could do own black thing as like Ibrahim Chari. We could do a black thing. We have a CCJ. We have our own Caribbean Court of Justice. So we all can go to us black people. We don't need to go to Massa. And the white man are telling that, you know? Marky G, blacker than this, clown, yeah. My brother, Wagwan. What's on the mind?
But there I am, man. Yeah, man. Give thanks, bro.
What do you mean?
We are saying for real, you know. I also make always endorse everything what you're saying, Carlos. Because it's like, You have a set of people where Bounty Killer said, the diarrhea, them people there, them are just up the man. If you have one set of jackasses around the man, and no man can say, here what happened, at the wrong road, you're depending on. So it's like, him take everything for granted. Yeah, and that kind of destroy him. Because it's like, if not set theme way, at the wrong way. Because it must be a psychological different way they call it now. Level where you reach now, where it's like when a man even having birth certificate, you can make one talk about say when a man born in Jamaica, a man really in a Jamaican. What you have to go do? What we have to go do to be a Jamaican? We have to go have money like the Chinese, them or the few bank of them where you spar with. And that make we be a Jamaican. Or we have to agree with everything in your policy, them, your correct policy, them where you take on.
But hold on. No, you said something that's trigger something in my brain. I may have to spit it out. If your man said choose Jamaica, we're not even if we're Jamaican. What a thing, bro. The man said choose Jamaica, you know. Right now, me said, you think gotta sleep? I gotta tie up them and chat foolishness, man. No, he must have choose Jamaica people, and I am not even sure I am a Jamaican.
Me I'm show you how me I'll show you what's going on. You see, when him say choose Jamaica, that means that him now go choose Jamaica, you know. Yeah, I thought it's an opposite. That's where the man say look like So anytime you hear him attack, just take a mirror and look back on it. If you hear him describe somebody, say them bad man, you check him out if him a bad man. If he must be out them now and choose Jamaica, check out if not himself matter. Which part of him choose Jamaica? I mean, like somebody say answer a question. If I just know some child over here, so, you know, but them are normal, most of them don't make no comment. You have the one them where implies if you are the same name or do certain things, so them come. That's why enough time we see the figures jump up. That's why we big them up all the while. I just say like button them to touch said way. Then don't come over here and them and enjoy content and everything. So not wrong if you not just touch it like but said way account. They done there over here, so and in case I was on a platform, even a good influential platform where help for the PNP and the JLP, they don't know no over here, so. But when I go one time, come over here, so one time and then I say, boy, I think already. Then when they go come back. But we have to them use the thing. Yeah? Them use the thing. So we are saying the opposite man. Yeah? So if him say bad man, check out if him not bad man. If him say you choose Jamaica the next man, you also say him not choose. Which we don't ask one question to anybody where in our group, especially if a jail people say. What about the Prime Minister where make you then say him choose Jamaica? Which one of the move them in choose Jamaica? Now he get the chance to develop this country, you know, and he knows that everybody in this country, majority of Jamaican people are low paying salary them depend. And you know try to retrain the people, you know, educate the people, none at all. You bring down the education system, you run with the brighter people them out of the country. You actually the enemy of the state, bro.
Yeah,
and we know that we the bright people them, so you know send police come kill with. Charge we and make we go in at the port and we have one big courthouse where it's a public thing, make we come on TV when we are get charged. And we can prove in a more than one way say you're the enemy of the state, you're the enemy of the Jamaica, the common man in this country. Yeah, so because you have them appear in a year and under your control. You ever see a minor yet? Where the parents decide what is or what isn't.
Yeah,
so the state
hold on.
the people.
Yeah, give me a talk. Let's speak a little quick there. Watch this, people. People, that's a so-called bomb threat. Let me hear a little bit more on it. Hold on, people.
All right. Firstly, for me, can I ask you to respond to this release from the JLP just now, which states that the General Secretary condemns PNP's elements for bomb threats. Yes, in the release, Dr. Chang says it appears elements in the PNP have adopted mischievous and disruptive actions in an attempt to disrupt the voting of the security forces. I urge elements in the PNP to desist from seeking. Can I get you to respond to
This
that?
was prepared before the bomb threats were issued.
No, he does not.
I
Can I get a response to that, please?
Yeah, I saw, well, may I say this before a full response? Because a full response will have to come from the General Secretary. But I saw when that release was posted, and as somebody who grew with him granny, there's often a trait among the guilt. My grandmother's version of it was not as sophisticated as Sigmund Freud. But Sigmund Freud famously says, criminals leave clues. They have a compulsion to confess. For Dr. Chang, who is presently not only the Deputy Prime Minister, but the Minister of National Security, to make such a bizarre statement before the authorities are able to conclude any investigation speaks to a mind that may reflect the mischief they complain about as the creator of the mischief, not the one describing it. It is an utterly unprofessional, below par, and reckless statement for him to have made, but it is consistent with the statements we have seen over the last 3 debates, where in the face of truth, people are able to hide behind innuendo of their own creation. And he's to be condemned for that.
Brother, you hear that? That Chang came out like them and said, boy, look like you write that statement before we hear about the bomb threat. What is going on in Jamaica, people?
Yeah, and we have to highlight it. Yeah, there's a bomb threat, and you actually have to come out before with the statement before the bomb threat even go on. So the thing just ready. So once the bomb threat, then you just press off the button with the release because they already planned for the bomb threat. No PNP, that's what we're saying, I tell you already, that we're supposed to plan for this election, like it's a hurricane we expect. Yeah?
But we know, hold on. Now you see them up on the platform and warn about a bomb threat next. Because them predictable, bro. They're predictable, bro. You can't grow in the, we know where them are going. You can't grow in the corner and wait for them. They're very predictable, bro.
Yeah.
Because the same game plan is not about corruption. So what else?
Yeah, because we say the PNP, that's why we say we need a 3-day prior. And we need the press conference. And we need 3-day prior. Because these people go do anything or everything. Yeah, not to make the election go on. Me ask you a question. The kind of person where we find out the PM to be, what would they make in the electoral process, with the election, just go on without him trying to obstruct or interfere? Tell me. Yeah? Is that kind of person that you expect him to make the process go on without interfere or obstructing it?
No, sir.
Eh? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Because remember, our opinion, we're free to think anything we want to think. And if we see an operator and function in a one way, then we are going to speculate, or we are going to guess, or we are going to anticipate what can happen. Because we're not stupid. Remember, so we're born with that sense that we're God give it. Yeah? So we're not stupid. Yeah? There is nobody who can tell me that I'm not expect him to interfere or obstruct the situation. Yeah? So maybe that telling us that we expect anything. The PNP, them know what they plan any prayer because we don't want nothing to happen because we want to hurry up and get rid of this mafia regime. Yeah, we want to get rid of this regime.
But the thing about it, speaker.
The electoral process.
Hear me now?
Yeah, because any other
him not hear me, people. Him not hear me.
To try to do anything, it not going to work because the government don't have the civil war here them for how much years to down plan them because them don't plan set. Them are going to push the people them to the limit that. Them don't plan all kind of things. And we are asking the police them again, don't be corrupted. Do we are beg you, in a country. You can't make one man or one set of people come and corrupt everything, including on yourself. where if no put a stop to the thing or don't collaborate with it, it cannot work. If the police don't collaborate with corruption, it cannot work. No bomb threat can work if the security force in the country. We create one section in the police in Jamaica named Cybercrime Unit. Now is the chance. We're not getting how much money for how much year. Yeah, with the little joke thing. Now is the chance for we are to get the app and prove say having the cybercrime unit in Jamaica.
Go find the culprit.
Yes, it's nothing to find the IP address and them thing they are whosoever. Where the source where the bomb threat come from. You understand? And Cardian and the thing, I don't know which cell site it was transmitted from. Yes, so we can use a geographical profiling and zero down the area. Yeah, it's easy to find it, not hard. Yeah, the JDF know how to different from the cybercrime unit. See, we want peace in this thing. We can't go back to the point of no return with corruption. It must stop. Yeah, we not just concede, brother, and let go the foolishness. There's no way the Almighty God is going to make a man where one mortal just conquer the whole thing. So, you understand? No, God, brother. To make peace reign, brother. A good over evil, man. One to know. One to know. Look how much people go down. Looking at the hospital, the man, look how much things happen. In the hospital. How much youth have left school now and can't function. You know, and education, you know, have no trade. So we have this whole heap of youth on roadside now only can rub out and nigger and tranquilize themselves with alcohol. Can't work. Yeah, we need to start to reset this country as quick as possible and build a nation. Yeah, because we know the possibility and the potential of the people then. And we know it can happen. We know that we can greater than Singapore. Singapore, look on China. Where our rice alone and feed pan. We have the biggest blind population over the years because guess what? They don't have nutrition and they can't buy food, them just feed pan source of rice. Yeah? And then get a proper president. We have vision. Yeah? We're brilliant. Yeah? And then say, oh, you bring the country forward. And it come through training and education. And it happens. Jamaica is not hard. It's easy to happen. But corruption in the way, nothing else but corruption. Yeah? And when people can straight face just answer questions, so yeah, when you becomes corruption, I've been telling you, brother, the only interest will make me vote for you, brother, in 2016 and when time you say a zero tolerance towards corruption. Yeah? So that means say if you then go sit down in a parliament with Richard Advance, yeah, you think you then shake Richard Advance hand last night? Oh, Richard Advance shake your hand last night. Because you have this reverse psychology where everything where you know not to be done, you say it, you make sure you say it. When you are going to go to politics and you train people them to go tear down flag and something, when you say boy, you no go to politics, that means that when you can't start tear down flag, then you can't tear down your flag. You understand? And I just sound and just go on. We're tired of the foolishness, brother. We're frustrated, brother. I then say, yo, it was with pride and joy when we say Jody and Maxwell the overseas. And spelling B and now we youth them can't read. When our little family go to America, we see them find a little bit of grade. Them tell them sending there how much grade in the level of the education and the school system. Me know people where live in America will send down their youth to go in a Jamaican system. And a Jamaican education system, then get them educated, and when they reach a certain age, then take them back. Yeah, and then they advance to go university easy and fast in America. And we see up in England too. You get what I say? Yeah? Where they send down youth down, you have to get education, and by the time we reach territory now, then take them back. Yeah? So we have to say things can work. Yeah? We have a country, brother, where our country is being suppressed and oppressed. And we're tired of it. We're tired of dirty politics and the whole of them foolishness there. Yeah?
Yeah. My brother, let me take you more call, my brother, here. No love enough.
Yeah, man, blessing, man.
No love,
blessing, man. But we want the people them to just walk up their high and just accept where are at. See, I know say, yo, the people them only are embarrassed themselves. understand? No PNP person wants to know no bomb threat and no foolishness. So that shows how low on will go.
Yeah.
And we have to go on to what next? What next? Hmm? Oh God, man.
Respect.
Carlos.
Every time, brother. People, yes, it is voter suppression. What you say, Agwan, we can't define it no other way than it's voter suppression. Yeah? Yeah, man. People need to go out and make sure so no, when they're ready. People are ready and they're motivated. They are ready and motivated. They can't see the PNP ready because when they see the money now, go to them. Let me tell you about the bomb threat here. It's not the first we hear about bomb threat, you know. Remember, the first report that came out on the Prime Minister when he was in the Bahamas and the Western construction. Yeah, yes, the IC report. Remember the one where Zara Burton investigative journalism work kind of stem and spur that investigation, you know, what the IC do. So when they come back from the Bahamas, when he was in the Bahamas, when that first report came out, it was a cyber threat. Remember, in his office. The next report come out, there's a bomb threat. Voting today, yeah, here are type of threat. So there's a pattern with this Labour Party and these type of threats to choose our family. Wagwan, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Blessed love, man. What's on the mind?
First time for the program. You know, believe it or not, yesterday I go through and I walk up here on YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, man. Respect my brother.
But you know, one of the main things where eclipse on a past Jamaicans right now. What Andrew Woon is a go on with it. A perfect copy of what the GOP go on with in America. You know? And that happened right there, you know. Because the light for Marky G birth certificate where they do with Obama. And until remember saying Trump said if you tell one lie so long everybody start when you talk the same lie and repeat the same lie, you believe it. Last night now let's see the man and the man lied till him start believing and born lie. You know, I don't baby, and I'm 50 years. I can't remember in the 70s, I got politics meeting for early. I remember in the 70s, in the 80s election, the embargo were put against Jamaica just because them feel like Michael Mandy was too radical or too close to Cuba. People don't remember them things then. So when you forget what happened in the past, you're doomed to repeat it, you know. And the ignorance of we as Jamaicans, we constantly fight for belly full. And who come out, and who introduced gun, and who started this, and who started by ballot, who started, who introduced all of them things there? Who introduced gun? Remember, now, me just talk about Richard Azan. I know Richard Azan personally, enough, I never go to high school as Parliament. And the things that the man suffer, you know, the man will run against Richard Azan and win. And he would even help the people in the hope and artist Clarendon because when you look and see Richard Azan do and lose, he can't do nothing more, so that's why he no run back. And the people will live there to tell me that. Because me sit down and talk with Richard, I'm happy, and I hear people come to me and say, Richard, you know, deal with the people, and he say, no. A long time in the field, we come from far, talk. He say, all of them people, them same one vote against me, and them same one come and look help. Because the people are full and who never go vote the vote. So now that the pressure takes them, they need to understand so you cannot forget what happened. And you have to look, you cannot just choose and segregate yourself from reality then, put it that way. And say you're not going to vote for your man, for your party because you're Labour right, you're not going to vote for PNP. And you are suffering, you're picking with them and suffer and hand owners and your wife and the corrupted things. Let me ask you this now. Tell me which road you know Jamaica where one Labour right come to, the Labour right build the road.
Boy. Lada D, lada da.
Huh?
Can't remember none.
There's none. All the Labour right do come and fix road. That's all them do come and fix road and take over the project and say them as we do another so it go. The one road the Labour right cut to Christian and Hardly Shaw where they live in a sister basement. And you have almost $1.5 fight where you look a piece of road when cut to bypass Christiana. That's the only road that me can't tell, me can't remember. A 3-time meet in accident at Trelawney, I try to go a Montego Bay and the bad road and the Liberator run down the for so long. The whole road that you drop out, you have everybody has to drive on the left side of the road, but they have go up or down, how bad the road is and then not fix it. And people in Trelawney still support it. I can't understand what's so blind. The man them dumb down the country that people cannot even see that they are being hurt.
Thank you. Eh? True, you know.
They dumb down because, all right, look, even some of the police them were dry. You come, me come to Jamaica, come, I live in Florida, me come to Jamaica, and me see police like, come on, shit, this man have pull me over, me fight me. But I run, the man them a run past me, going about them business. The man them put the country to the point where everyone don't even fear the light when they like, come on, emergency signal don't mean nothing. Emergency signal don't mean nothing because even the police themselves, after them are using in a broad daylight, them are running emergency signal, people are saying, no, but no, man, they don't mean nothing. And the Minister of Security went up.
Yeah.
The Minister of Security don't have nothing to tell people that they don't have no plan. They come out with this emergency thing where they might use forever till they don't work for nothing. You come out to make and sit down and talk to my daughter. My daughter is a soldier. I'm sit down and talk to my daughter. And when I look, I say, well, what if a police that's put? I said, what going? 20 police around the car with every man at M5 to M16. Because I sit down around gas station and talk to my daughter. My daughter is a soldier. I'm surrounded by 20 police. Things say me I go rob the place. Never see nothing like that. I feel so shame and I can't tell my wife.
Yeah, my brother. Yo, give me a final thought. Let me take some more call. Yes, sir.
All right.
No final thought. Respect my brother. No love. Same way. Same way go, man. Family member, what going? Hello?
My brother, good morning to you. How you doing?
Me there, brother. Bless up yourself. You know what go on. What's on your mind, man?
I drew this phone number for me.
If me can't get your phone number?
I drew this phone number, my one. I Dean Jackson Miller, because it seems to me these people that who is taking this. Me I watch this Jamaican debate, you know, and I can't believe that this Prime Minister is talking so much foolishness, and intelligent people can't correct this man.
May I agree?
The first blunder this man made, yeah? This man talking about, say, if you're born in a Jamaica and have a birth certificate, it doesn't make you a Jamaican. So what are we?
Well, I mean, I know me for my status right now. I don't know for my status, we probably status less. We probably can't get deported anytime. We can't get deported anytime then. What go on here?
To where? To where though? After he must have go kill all of the Jamaican people in the sea.
You know, see about whole bill already, brother. It's only my grave. You see, grave them big already. Yo. Give me a final thought. Let me take a call here, brother. You're right. Hey!
Get this foolish, and then the people don't ask him where we come from.
Right now, reporters supposed to be busy.
All these three people don't ask him, what are we? What are stupid people in that? Journalist people in that? They're so stupid. The whole world now call us a laugh after Jamaica people.
Well, when you do in a debate like debate like that, them not really follow up and rebut. You understand me? And really for them job is the next at the opposition. You know, Mark Golding says something about that, or they don't spend talk, and we the public do the rest. And see the PNP come respond to it today. Just spend the talk. Yeah, they just talk. Just spend the talk, man. So we hear them did it talk. Yo, my brother, thank you for calling in the program, you know. No respect, you know.
All right, man. Good luck, man. All right.
Jaja, people. When you were going to John Shop? Yes, then broke John Shop. Jado, people. Mr. McLean, buzz back. Buzz back the platform, Mr. McLean. Let me hear what you have to say. Because it is very important at this time that the people them speak and we hear the voice of the people. Yeah, and we, you know, want to hear how the people them feel at this current moment. You know. Wagwan, sister, you're live with Jamaican Carlos, you're live, you know. You have something, burn the fire.
Well, Carlos.
Yes.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon, sister.
I'm watching the pattern that is taking place because remember how much of pipe bombs for them have?
Yes, them pipe bomb, yes.
Fine.
Yes, and dynamite.
Did those bombs being decimated? We don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and there should be tons more out there. It is so ironic that, when was it? A couple of days ago, they had some bomb thing.
Yeah.
Remember,
yeah, I was talking to you about it.
Let me say something about that. Then explode one of the bombs in the public there.
Yes, that's a couple of days ago.
Yes, it is dumb. And today, where the security supposed to go vote and is election workers to vote and everything, and now you have bombs here. What is going on in Jamaica? What is happening? When the blind, the Stevie Wonders, the Ray Charles, my grandfather was blind, was dead, can see that this is their setting. They try to disrupt the election. Well, I'm coming there Sunday. And make sure say me vote Wednesday. And I'm telling Jamaican people, you know, better come out go vote. You know, come out go vote. Yeah, this is getting really, really serious. And this party in power is going to the last steps of whatever they can do. Say, hold on. And then say, drowning on a whole half a grass straw. Them drowning right now. And them a catch off a grass straw. Anything. I watched that debate last night and I said, mighty God, I stand here. Here with this man turn up and talk. Come on, people. Come on.
Hey.
Come on. Come on, people. Let's get this together. Let's unite together. All the voters, registered voters, come out. No, don't get scared because that's what they want, for people not to come out to go vote. Me about them check, but me take the plane and come down. Come in. The time is dead or alive. I eat that. Anything right now. Dead or alive. Me I come. And I force me I go vote in Jamaica.
First. You're motivated. Why are you motivated to vote this time? The first time.
Jesus Christ, man. You know, say. God. Every time Parliament door open, me in it. You know, in the physically, but me in there, I look and I listen. I'm tuned into Parliament. Senator call, maybe a senator room. You understand? And I've watched everything from start to finish. I watch all of the activity of the security ministers, activities with them, how them analyze the people. I remember we sitting here and watch with them, they take out the command wire and out. And put him under the banana root and bodies inside and both shot in him, clean and then shoot out all kind of foolishness. I've watched all of that. I've seen it all. And even myself, when you go to Jamaica, they might beg me, they might beg me personally to come down with some help them. In other words, I must give up what I have here to come on the run to come help them. You know, South Carolina, come on now. This is crazy. This is crazy. And whatever I have to do, if my one vote, I do one little vote with PNP house. I want
to get this government out, this corrupting government, because I tell you, I've seen the move where them do to put the DPP inside here. Jesus have mercy. I've watched it when they come in and a parliament with the bill the morning and before they done, then pass, then change the constitution to keep the DPP left. To hide the corruption and to take the people in our prison. Come on, these people have to go. These people have to go. It gets frustrating. Very, very frustrating. No. And people are happy. And we say, they have a sister, don't have mobile, not mobile, don't have Santa Cruz, Monday. Die hard with labor rights. And I know when she had a stroke, right after the last hurricane that happened there last year. She had a stroke. And then she called, she said, $200 US to go there to go take CT scan test. So she not dead, got down the dead. But guess what, Carl? They get to the point here. She not get a lot more for me. Because she had come out, go vote to labor rights, and tell them, if I'm not here soon on the labor rights, do not call my phone. I'm not giving you nothing more.
The market X labor right, not a dollar, because we want to come home. It affects we up here, sir. This is what's going on in Jamaica, it's affecting us.
Money grab man over turning and they said nothing don't be done anymore. Instead of fight, instead of them, you see them run back and run back and the criminals that put them in the office. I said it. They're criminal, bunch of criminals.
Yeah.
They need to go.
Yeah.
Instead of them.
Yeah. Bless up yourself, you know. Thank you so much for calling here.
Thank you, you're doing a good job. And all the bloggers them out there, keep them left right and center, because if I never own people I wouldn't open up. People I would not have opened up. I yesterday me I talked to somebody now, one of the church, the branch of the church over here, where with that another criminal out there. And it grieves my heart to hear the church member say, when I man in a church, I come tell her, say, she must work because she's a nurse. She must carry her she must pay her $60-something a month and give them 2 of her tax return. She must file her taxes and give her tax return to them to buy the pastor big car, must be $60,000 car. And I say, what you tell me, say? That's the man. Say that power faith. That power faith. No more. I'm gone.
Better love, sister. Mr. Ransford McLean. How you do, my brother?
Yo, finally, Robert family.
No, man, a million times you call. I'm sorry, but I don't think go. And Isabel Rose. Who I go, my sister? People to go by Anne Isabel Rose T, God bless her up, you know. She na ramp up here, rock so she fling over there 2x4, you know, Tande. Go on, my brother, what's on the mind?
Right, so, Carter.
Yes,
you remember it was about a week ago, maybe about approximately a week ago, you and I talked about, we're saying even if one shot fire, they may call a state of emergency. You remember that conversation?
Yes, sir.
All right. You remember we talked about these pipe bombs in that same conversation? You remember?
Yes, man. Pipe bombs and the dynamite sticks with them have.
All right. So, which means whether it is fake or real, it would give Andrew a reason to impose a state of emergency. Now you talk about it. That was a few days ago we talked about it.
Yeah.
He comes to pass. We're not making no mischief, we just facing reality. But I saw what was going on, brethren.
This brother is very transparent. He will say we can go around the corner and go wait for him because we know which corner I'm going to take.
All right. Now, based on that fact, because that fact now is reality. I mean, I hope that these things don't really materialize. I want to understand that. I hope it doesn't. But as it now stands, you see where put the police and soldiers, the police try to put them in. They're supposed to be voting. What are they doing now?
They might have on the road and try out the fire.
So how will they affect their voting?
I hope not.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's all planned.
Of course. We're not idiot. We're not idiot. We're not idiot. We call it out yesterday on this platform. What else? Remember, say the man don't have no bottom, no depend, and the man a foot, you know. So you expect lower.
This is the last, Carlos, this is the last chance for them to come on with some trick. It's the last chance. And what happened after now will determine the direction in which Jamaica is going to go. Take it from me. You understand? Because let us say that even, say it's real and even one bomb go off. You know what they're going to do? They're going to say there are bombs all over the place and state of emergency. Postponement of the election. I'm not going to stay long, but
Mr. McLean, let me add something to that, my brother. Just a couple days ago, when I read, brother, when they say there was a call to some type of bomb and JDF fly down, bomb squad fly down in a helicopter and detonate the bomb. It went off or something like that. I think they detonate the bomb. Remember? A couple days ago. So they must set it up. Crumbs, they must drop the crumbs. You see it?
Look, these things may be surprising to some people. But maybe we discuss it and we see.
And they're not surprised. They're not surprised. Nobody on this platform is surprised. Anybody follow this page, we are not surprised.
I want to hope that these are just fake stuff instead of people, put in a position where these things become reality and people start getting killed and injured and states of emergency where people lose their right to vote and all these other things.
So, and Isabel Rosa said, a few police called me who are on interdiction saying their names were removed from the voters list by high command, allegedly. They will have to wait till Wednesday to vote.
But in regards to the police, and the soldiers, the way they are treated by the victims as the Arab administration is that most likely, the majority, maybe not all, but the majority would be going against the way they are treated. They will go, so we're voting against, right? They don't want these people to be in that position where, because I think with the amount of police, maybe about 14,000 or something like that.
Yes.
The JDF might be up to maybe about 8,000 or something like that. So we're talking about the 22,000, somewhere in that figure. The vast majority is not in league with what the administration is doing to them. You understand? So they want to keep these people away from the balance.
We know, man. I mean, we see it, when we hear say that police who's supposed to vote a Montego Bay, I forgot town go vote. Police who's supposed to vote a Manchester, I forgot town go vote. These stuff never happened in the history of Jamaica yet, But Mr. Glasspool Brown needs to be held accountable for this. That's his job. Only one job he have to do, And every day election. So he have years to prepare for this. So what is this now?
It's all a plan.
And I'm just getting, remember saying get award from Prime Minister, I remember some about 45 police just get promotion, after the election call, Cool, no, man.
It's all a plan. Sensible people will see that. Them people that run up and ring bell and blow Vuvuzela and stuff. They probably won't say they're blind to these realities, right? Critical thinkers will see it happening. That's why when you talk about it, right? We're hoping the best for our people and still hoping the best for our people. But the tricksters, they won't give up. They won't. Right? But what I would say, bomb threat or not, make the election go on because the country cannot run on these sort of foolishness.
And for hear that Chang coming out and blame the PNP, irresponsible, and him a Minister of National Security. Irresponsible. So Chang need to come tell me who in the PNP I do it. And I hope we're not going to murder some innocent youth, and say we're not find a PNP youth. You're afraid of them people, they're wicked, man.
Oh, they will do it.
They will do it, They will go dirt innocent youth.
I'm not calling down to one clear tactics with the people, but we have to face the reality and see.
How are they, man? Remember, say Carlos know them. They can go around the corner. I used to them call out the bomb threat. Me, I tell you today, say, them man will go dirt a youth and say, yeah, they find a PNP and see it. You think me an idiot? How about you, man? They can't put on the past them people, Mr. McLean.
Let me say, even if a fire choppers go up somewhere and not really a real bomb. What's for state of emergency? You take my word. Chop the country down.
Let me tell you something.
How long will they?
Go ahead. Finish your thought, brother. Sorry.
No, how long? Because it would give them a reason to call a real state of emergency. About it already. It would call a reason to call a real state of emergency.
The real legal one.
Indefinitely. Scary time, my version. Scary time. Go ahead, you were gonna say something.
Yo, blessed love, give me a final thought here, my brother.
Yeah, man, brethren, like I said, bomb threat or not, as far as I'm concerned, chance supposed to go on. But I don't really have that authority to do until cause that type of shot. You know? Anyway, brethren, we might go and listen to the rest of the show, and I hope the people understand what we are trying to own their rights to us.
Mr. McLean, bless myself.
That they are paying on the nation.
Yes, sir. Bless myself, my brother.
Thanks
for calling and thanks for the gas.
Just stay blessed. Stay blessed.
Up there.
All right. Firstly, for me, can I ask you to respond to this release from the JLP just now, which states that the General Secretary condemns PNP's elements for bomb threats? Yes, in the release, Dr. Chang says it appears elements in the PNP have adopted mischievous and disruptive actions in an attempt to disrupt the voting of the security forces. I urge elements in the PNP to desist from seeking. Can I get you to respond to that?
This was prepared before the bomb threats were issued.
No, he does not.
Can
I get a response to that, please?
Yeah, I saw, well, may I say this before a full response? Because a full response will have to come from the General Secretary. But I saw when that release was posted, and as somebody who grew with him granny, there is often a trait among the guilt. My grandmother's version of it was not as sophisticated as Sigmund Freud, but Sigmund Freud famously says, criminals leave clues. They have a compulsion to confess. For Dr. Chang, who is presently not only the Deputy Prime Minister, but the Minister of National Security, to make such a bizarre statement before the authorities are able to conclude any investigation speaks to a mind that may reflect the mischief they complain about as the creator of the mischief, not the one describing it. It is an utterly unprofessional, below par, and reckless statement for him to have made, but it is consistent with the statements we have seen over the last 3 debates, where in the face of truth, people are able to hide behind innuendo of their own creation. And he's to be condemned for that.
You hear that? Chang I come out and put out those statements. Said the PNP. I mean, like, seriously, which of these PNP want no bomb threat? The PNP have this in their pocket. The PNP have said no war. Peace and love is the word. Right? So hold on there. Why would the PNP want any of this? The PNP haven't started out no war. They haven't, nobody see them and take down no flyer or anything, and they liberate them. Despite what Andrew Onis has said about the PNP angry, the only anger we see is coming from the labor right, including the Prime Minister himself, a very angry man.
I hear man talk a kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie. Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, you know. Me not like people tell lie for me.
Roll it back. Don't get into these nuances around something which has gone bad a morning. It can't come good a evening.
Roll it back.
Roll it back and do the thing afresh. That's what the country wants. That's what we want. Roll it back, Prime Minister. You say you do it for yourself, do it for everybody, including me and him and everybody else. Roll it back. Don't get into these nuances around something which has gone bad a morning. It can't come good a evening.
Roll it back.
Roll it back and do the thing afresh. That's what the country wants. That's what we want. Roll it back, Prime Minister. You say you do it for yourself, do it for everybody, including me and him and everybody else. Roll it back.
I couldn't leave this stage without saying to you that corruption is not an issue that occupies the front of my mind. I couldn't leave here today and say to you that we still need to tighten up on the new anti-corruption systems and framework that is in place. In a sense, if you were to compare Jamaica to all the other countries in the Caribbean, our framework for anti-corruption would be the most advanced. It is not for want of putting in the legislative and institutional processes. They are there. But you have to bear in mind that we are also very new on the scale of dealing with anti-corruption issues. So there is a learning curve that we are going through. What is important is that the government supports the development of the institution so it can accelerate very quickly on that learning curve and provide the resources so that they can move very quickly on the learning curve, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs.
Every person wants to build a home for themselves and their family. I come from England, and we have a saying, an Englishman's home is his castle. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I don't know what the big to-do is about. The casting of aspersions and innuendos. It's typical of the PNP. It's the PNP mentality. It is a crab in the barrel mentality. Again, it's the poor mentality. We can't all be rich, so we all should be poor. It is the socialist mentality. It is the grudgeful and bad mind mentality. That's what it is. It is, and the people, I tell you the honest truth about this thing. People who are criticizing me for building a house don't know that I literally build. And I've been building now for 4 years. I think what it shows is a capacity to do things and do them well. To think big and build big. I hate people talking about people who work hard, who have never worked hard themselves, who have never one day put one block on top of another and built anything. Right? Yeah, you can love everybody, but at the end of the day, you can't eat love. Right? And you can't live in it. People have to be able to execute, build, construct, create, be industrious. These are also important values. And what I find is that we run around saying, oh, we love, we love, we love. At the end of the day, you don't create anything, you don't own anything, you've never built anything, you've never transformed anything. And I think that's what the voters have to contend with.
So what did us hear from the brother there a while ago? He said, them a walk around talking about we love, we love, we love. He was throwing shade at Portia Simpson Miller. Because she always says she loved people, she loved the poor, and she loved huggy. She loved people. So this brother, when I have no love in their heart for poor people, come out, say, man, you keep talking about, say, we love, we love, we love. You cannot eat love. You cannot sleep in love. There are other values also, like building, creating, constructing, developing. Those are other important qualities you can have also. Walking around here about we love, we love. Love can't eat. You cannot live in a love. So this is the point on Prime Minister. Look what you see him do. Peer building. Can't live in a love. Peer building. Peer building people coming right now, help nobody. Peer building I want people. peer building a go on. So let me play something again for you guys, coming from Mr. Price.
The performance of yesterday's debate has created a new language in Jamaica, a motto, if you will, new PM by 1 p.m. on election day. Mr. Holness's performance was underwhelming in no uncertain terms, even for him. And I think the bar of expectation that he had of himself was even more pressuring because he would have seen the abysmal performances of his team members beginning last week Saturday and continuing on through to Tuesday. And perhaps he broke under the pressure of having been let down by his previous 6 speakers, in particular the Minister of Labour and the Minister of Finance. The other thing about it is that Mark Golding came to the wicket batting, knowing that he was going against some really deep-seated lies told about him and attempts to rob him of his heritage. And we've all now been robbed of our heritage, because when a prime minister can declare that not because you're born in Jamaica means you are Jamaican, it is really an attempt to dislocate all of us from our proud heritage and our connection to a nation family, which gives all of us our global identity. The confusion coming out of the Jamaica Labour Party about who is Jamaican and the very concept of being Jamaican didn't come as a surprise, because for the first time in our history, we've had a situation where while students in Ukraine facing bombs were told that their government through the Foreign Affairs Ministry could not assist them, when you check the timeline, that would have been when the Minister of Foreign Affairs had first cast her eyes on the job of Secretary General for the Commonwealth, and to have been practicing a campaign to become the Secretary General of the Commonwealth while Jamaica faced all of these missed opportunities to properly negotiate for carbon credit arrangements, to deal with climate change mitigation and response. When you look at all of what else was happening, one wonders, how could someone born in Jamaica, committed to Jamaica as sworn in her oath of office, have been looking to fly and exit Jamaica, fly from Jamaica and exit Jamaica, while on the job being paid by the taxpayer? Nigel Clark also caught a flight and flew out. So,
my brother, good afternoon, you know.
Brother.
You're live, man. What's on the mind?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Why, Carlos, there's so much happening at the same time, nothing is happening. Because when I look at, let us take a step backward and look at the situation with this so-called bomb threat. Seriously, Carlos, who has the most to lose doing this?
We see.
Who's going to benefit from this? How is this going to help? How is it going to help the PNP who destroy the GLP three consecutive debates? You know, what else should they do? This is you know, Jamaicans better be smart, you know. You see, from Rakia talk about them fertilizer there, then them pipe bomb there. Just watch the sequence of things that has been happening. Yeah, the gun find in a warehouse owned by Gallimore in a Western Kingston. The utterances from a Desmond McKenzie, both them now make Jamaica PNP take over Jamaica and Anjo. No, now gonna make Jamaica get the PNP is in. You know, people need to take these things seriously. You know, just not take them as political gimmickry. You know, because these guys are steering down the barrel, not just to lose power or to come out of office, but the possibility, the very high probability of going to prison
and losing them loot.
Thank you. So Carlos, it is them say drowning man catch it as straw, you know, and this is exactly what is playing out in front of us, you know, because them listen. And just start telling lies to them, start believing I'm own lies. That makes it more dangerous than it was before. He's at a point right now. You look at the man last night, this is body language. We need to talk about his tone and his utterances, in responses, his whole body language. Tell us that this man will come like, you know, you're a little boy and your friend is one straight dog and you give him to a stone and run him down to one little place and him back up and you have to listen. You have to listen, because him back against the wall now and he hurt and he's a do or die. This is what our prime minister, this is where our prime minister is. And his cronies, because you always say this to him, you always say, not even one man on the dirty bus can jump off and say, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Everybody is complicit, and I find it so embarrassing as a Jamaican to know that there is not one decent person to stand up to this man and or the rest of them and say, listen, no, this is not good, this is not right, we have to take a stand. Yeah, everybody just have to go along with what is happening. What is it so? What is it that they're afraid of?
It's like a cult, a go on over there.
And listen, talking all kind of things, you know. Now you know why they opted to legalize voodoo of their business. You know why? Because they have to practice the ritual in front of our face and in our face, and that's it. Yeah? Because that is, they have so many options to like stay in power or to derail the election or to continue with this madness. Yeah? Look on Daryl Val, that was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen, this big man. Yeah? This adult man in such a high office, a bachelor room. Yeah? A troop and bus. Really?
Clown show, man.
Jesus Christ, God Almighty, I can't believe this. I am, you know, Jamaicans better get up, you know, and go to the government, you know, because many of them understand what they are faced with. I wonder if they realize that them are not Jamaicans either, the Chinese are the Chinese. Because if you can born a Jamaican, you're not Jamaican. And Andrew always allows so many Chinese to come
and
in.
Chinese,
like,
and Chinese, we see Chinese, all of them. Remember, we just the Chinese break the law the other day, and instead of deport them, and regularize them. No other country in the world.
Listen up, Carlos. Me know say them down there, every Chinese will own a business down there about. Me I tell you that. Every Chinese we down there, them have a legal gun. Why you think them can chat to people like how they want to chat to people? Because they know them have to defend them. Yeah? They have the government to defend them, and they have them gun to defend them. Yeah? And a little scholar shop, man, a little man down the road, they have a scholar shop. I bet in Dion that go look say him a gun to back. Legal. Can't get the opportunity. Yeah? Just look up, just step back on it, Carlos, because you have all of the information in there. Just pretty good on the table and step back and see if all of the pieces are falling. Yeah? This bad, you know? I was so happy last night to the debate. I said, me happy. So tell me, call my sister and me and I chat about it, and it was good. Yeah? Because I said to myself, from the get-go, Diane Jackson Miller heard the Prime Minister. Her first question really poked a hole in his ass.
And then I start. And the first question he start, run up to the light. Right now, say lose the debate, you know.
Carlos, from this up, I tell you, from Diane Jackson Miller. Now I know why they didn't want her to be on the panel. Now I know why they didn't want her to ask any questions. She asked a tough question, undoubtedly. And the first one hit him with what he could recover from it, and then Mark just continued it. You understand? Now I'm saying to myself that why are we even having a discussion about any of this? It is clear this man had a plan to give up power. He got talk about Mark, talk about his wife. Your wife is a member of parliament, sir. Your wife is on the chopping block for people who want to criticize. She offered herself up for that.
Yeah.
So it's not a low blow from Mark. I mean, I appreciate the Mark giving him age paper and not in birth certificate. If you get the call.
Yeah.
Because the piece of him is what we call age paper. You know what I mean? They're old school, you know.
Old school.
Yeah? Old school, original age paper. The one where them have nowadays is a birth certificate. It's nice and beautiful and fancy. Yeah? But man, tell us whatever you know. All we can tell you is just keep the fire burning and try to ensure that everybody stay vigilant, you know, because these guys, me I tell you about them people, you know, them will tease the election in front of your face. Hands down, them afraid.
Well, right now, to me see the PNP unified, I'm sure them yai are tear out wide open. Everybody. That's why me like when me see me like the energy behind the PNP. They might come up on them own free will, and that make a difference.
Regardless, what I've always said, I always say that any day the PNP base gets energized, there's not too much for the party to do, but just to keep them happy, keep them up.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, you don't have to pay a PNP to go out in.
No.
You don't have to pay them to come out. When you look at their when you look on them campaigning, when you see the people out there, you don't see nobody out there look like them a scope them face card, they never get no money or they don't get no food.
That's
or
right. That's
them
right.
100% out there. They're doing it from a place of love.
Yeah. Let me take a next call here, my brother. Enough love, you know.
Yeah, man. Big
Yes,
up
sir.
yourself, Carlos, man.
All right,
You
respect.
don't know the fire for bird.
Cool.
Cool.
Wagwan key, man. My brother.
Hello, Mr. Carlos. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother. What's on your mind, my bro?
Not much. I guess everything what on my mind came from last night. You know what?
Yes.
First and foremost, before I even say anything, I tell you, you're gonna have to change the name of your program.
To what?
To the prophetic group. You know, you know what? I'm ecstatic. I mean, and I will encourage everyone to listen to your program.
Yeah.
For the mere fact that I see the difference it make when you give everyone a chance to input. I see the vast, like there is no problem that can be unsolved when everyone that exists has their say in the matter.
Yeah.
There's nothing. And it bring me back way back in the BC when the Israelite was building the bad and God, if these people put hand and heart together, nothing is impossible. So I have to confuse them. So I have no.
Break up there.
If we join together, are you hearing me better now?
You was breaking up for a minute there. So bonfire.
Okay. So what I was basically saying, if you don't remember in way back in the BC when the Israelites was building the tower, and then God said, listen, I have to confuse them because if they cooperate and work together, there will be no limitation of what they can do.
Talk, baby.
And exactly, and that's the thing when you give person a chance, and that's what Mark Olin used to get my interest.
Yes.
The inclusion of everybody.
Everybody.
The taxi man, they are gonna make something. The people who have a little bit of problem in their speech, they're gonna make things. The farmer, they're gonna do the farming and sell back the product. The kids, they're gonna use up the product, then the finance is gonna come, and then every single
break up.
Contribute and every contribution. I don't know what's going on here, but nevertheless, so are you hearing me better?
Yes, man, bonfire.
Yes, and every contribution counts. And that is why I rally. That is why you see I rally around him, because I can see that he sits down and he takes everyone into consideration. There is not one person that is left out. You know who, and this is what happened. I think a lot of JLP person who want good, they are very joined to what have been laid out on the table. And let me tell you why. The people that contribute the most in Jamaica are always the person who's always closed outside to stay outside in the zoo. Right? And so what Mark Golden has proposed, he has bring those persons inside, right? And by bringing those persons inside, their survival skill is actually in now with the other skills that was already inside all the time. So to blend in the survival skill
with the engineer in mind, then that's when you really get what you're really looking for. So including the taxi man, the lady that has the shop, all the hustler in Jamaica, because Jamaica is run off hustling. And as long as you get them involved, as long as you take them inside and let be a part of it, I guarantee you, Jamaica, let me tell you this, Carlos. If Andrew Hope, if Mark Golden continue on the road that he's on, 5 years' time, Jamaica is looking at a 4 to 5% growth after black. After black. The US dollar will go down back to around $80 to $120 in the next 4-year prediction. Anyhow, Mark Golden include and incorporate all these people that his manifesto say that he incorporate. We are going to move into an era. I mean, we're not going to be. We're going to see what the glimpse of Burkina Faso is. Trust me, we are going to see. As long as the inclusion is there, and he has proposed it. But like Andrew Holness, he did propose a lot of stuff in 2016, leading up to 2020, which made sense. Which will see Jamaica grow. He did not go through with it. But I hope at this time that these proposals will really come to life. And we will set fast. And I mean,
Yeah, me lost the brother. Let's see if we can get him back up for the meantime.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has declared that so far none of the government parliamentarians he had spoken to is being investigated for illicit enrichment.
So, which government parliamentarians got letters from the Integrity Commission stating they are being investigated for the crime?
My straight answer is that I have asked as far and as wide. I have gotten that response from everyone, but as far as I have been told, no. People have been written to, as the Integrity Commission does almost daily. But I have not heard of anyone in my political party being written to for this matter of illicit enrichment.
What is it that grieves God? The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, tells us there are 6 things the Lord hates. One of them is haughty eyes, but another one is a lying tongue. There's a funny story of Abraham Lincoln who was meeting with somebody and they had a dispute. This one man was being adamant on his position even though it didn't make sense. And Abraham Lincoln tried this little story. He said, "How many legs does a cow have?" The man said, "Well, 4." And Abe Lincoln said, "Well, yes, but what if I were to tell you that the tail of the cow was also a leg? How many legs does a cow have?" The man said, "Well, that would be 5. And Abe Lincoln said, "Well, that's the point. That's not true. Just because you say a tail is a leg doesn't make it a leg." Sometimes we get caught up in believing things that we've created in our own mind and we start telling them as if they're truth. We've got to make sure that we're not deceiving ourselves and then passing it on to other people. The Lord detests lying lips. Let's be honest with ourselves and honest with others.
Mr. Gray, what go on there?
You see, when this election are over, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all the listeners worldwide. When this election over, man like Dr. Chang, Minister of Justice, Chuck on them Monday, and Macken, they will know more in the politics. Mr. Chang is a disgrace to Jamaica. The man put out a statement said, bomb check, and a PMP has set a bomb check across Jamaica because they don't want police to go vote. Mr. Chang? Why? We're not called desperate. This is desperate, man. This National Security Minister. I make assertion. No valid evidence, man. We not see everything we try to disrupt and to make war and everything in Jamaica is not working. Nobody now bite. The youth them now bite for the JLP. The youth them fit up on no. The youth them are fit up for the system. If Mark Gold not a colonial system from back then, and he's a white man, and we're still in the colonial system as a white and a black man, and the white leader say we have a credit out it. Man, only is a disgrace. When it's harder than done, we want a different opposition. No more JLP, man. No more JLP. No more JLP, Carlos. It's a... I don't know how these guys can go, man. What do you want? We don't want war. What do you want? Huh? I never seen like this, you know. I'm 50 years old. I never seen like this in the history of Jamaica, man. Not in the 70s and 80s. Not have so much back and forth and lies. Man, you come out here with them, they say, a PMP. Just go look for WikiLeaks, Mr. Chang. Your name is there, you can't travel. On the politics, on the dirty politics, it's not working anymore in Jamaica. You them as a straight to uno. You them too much already, and you them decide to then get them more use and take them more use for uno. So I'll not try. It's not working out. It's not working out, Mr. Chang. It's not working out. Jamaican youth them are wiser. They must stick to my goal within the house plan. Every youth can own a house. You get 35,000 a month off of your month saving in taxes. You them not stupid anymore, man. You them want progress. You them want something for themselves, no handout anymore. This handout politics is done. This is the last of it. Politician is there to serve and to protect everyone. Whether you vote PMP or JLP. That's how you build country. That's how nation building goes. Not one-sided. Mark Golden have a plan. The white man have a plan. A white country me live in, and they treat me better than most of the black man. They respect my work, and I pay me for my work. Sometimes don't me ask for a raise or any bonus. I get it because they know what we value. Jamaican man cut down them that work and tell us the boy next week no money to run yet. Why am I not doing that? Just let that sink in, man. We are tired of this tribal politics. We are tired. It's time to come that we get away from this tribal politics, man. We are black brothers, but we want to set up one another against one another. Who no criminals? We no multi-million-dollar riches. We no offshore account, we no jet skis, we no yacht. We no get a youth on it. We no get a youth in a white suit on it. We no Rolex present watch and no cake. $100,000 for one cake. Don't get a youth now eat that. You think get a youth stupid anymore? Get a youth a sit on. On a bank account, we load it from top to bottom. Don't get a youth now get no diet. But no one use them. But get a youth. You don't see that? Look what going on at the election and next week. And that a gunshot now fire. The PMP a kill JLP and JLP a kill PMP. Those days are over. Peaceful election, Mr. Agwan. Peaceful campaign, Mr. Agwan. PMP and JLP are dance together. And that's Mr. Agwan. They unite. But we don't want to segregate them. They want to separate them. With no lying tongues. This is a disgrace to Jamaica. You're the Prime Minister. You're getting paid dearly. And one by one. Go to jail. And the asset I want to have, it will give back to the poor people of Jamaica. Them deserve it. You're too wicked. You're a set of wicked and evil people look on the brothers and sisters. Knock down two big C, 500, 600, 700,000 off the mark. No other country in the world do that. Country in the world give them citizens mass for free. Only not provide mass for the country, for the citizens of the country. Now COVID, no movements there, but Labour have no movements there that laugh at and talk to the Jamaican people. I know not come out of that. They call it election a pandemic. Oh no. Oh no. The worst administration I've ever seen in the history of Jamaica. I'm born and go to Jamaica, I've been through Siaga, I've been through Bruce Golding. Not like them. Oh no. To this boy Andrew Wallington. Nothing. Can't compare. Cannot. But only going to appear daily. Only going to appear daily. It's a goddamn shame. An election day when police are figure vote. So no police figure vote. I see no strategy. No, I use police all over Jamaica to bomb check so then can't go vote. I see one up, see no. That's the truth, you know. Last night, Carlos said, tomorrow go about bomb check. Said so done. So no one deploy police all over Jamaica so they can't go vote because of bomb threat. You know? Your card, sir, what you got when up here, it's already played out. People can't sit through before it can't play. People can't open before it can't play because the move is so predictable. People know the next move. When it's a shame, when it's a disgrace, no more like, in the politics. Look at the young youth, them. Make some young youth in ITLP run it. Yeah, brilliant young youth over there. Give them a chance. But all I know, all one, no need to go away. Fantarel Vaz, James Rock, all I know. Again, tell you, all I need to go away. We don't make enough already, man. Leave the country alone. Not fight against white man, and a white man that talk about colonialism. We're not fighting against the white man. The white man says, move away from that. Pick up the shackles on our black people, but the black man wants the shackles still on for black people. We had enough, man. We had enough. Enough is enough, man. On September 3rd, when the vote has counted, will be no more you guys. The only time we're gonna hear about you guys is prison term. Prison term loading. Because as a minister of security, that's so reckless. On the pattern, you know. Darrell Vaz, he come up and say, boy, a PMP a fire shot down in West Central, no constituency. No meeting. Police came out and said nothing like that. That's false alarm. And you know, Mr. Vaz, you come out say a PMP bomb threat. And words are desperate. PMP desperate. Guess what? Yeah, man, we're desperate, man. PMP say yes, we're desperate. We're sending a prison. We are desperate. Don't joke about that. We are desperate. We're sending a prison where we belong. That's what we desperate for. I like when you use the word desperate, but we are putting in this context. We're sending a prison. You never know that. It's a desperation there. The thing I feel like, you know, Mark Williamson. Zero tolerance in the party. Now come to him. Now come to him. Carlos. My brother. This politics, these old politicians need to go home. The new dawn. Look over the PMP. If you say a P fresh, vibrant. Look over this.
Yeah.
Look over there.
Respect, my brother.
A Bunting and a couple of the oldest man. I say Bunting and might be who else? Who can find again? Bunting and the oldest man. Happy young people over there.
Respect.
We move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
We move on.
Yeah. My brother, respect, you know. Let's take our next call, you know. Thank you for holding it, you know. I hope. Respect the general. Class president. Yo.
Man running a marathon, man. Marathon program.
You must have been arrest, man. No peace and ease. Stay there.
It was serious business, so I can understand. So Andrew Holness trying to sneak through the back door or through a window to get back into power. But you know, he's hiding his statutory declarations. You know, he's hiding the Integrity Commission's report and he's covering up. You know, but the people are smart at this time around, Carlos. They know about his dark secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Holness has a lot of dark secrets. And dark secrets are information that you don't really want to be revealed, but you dabble in certain kinds of activities that if it should come out to light, you probably would commit suicide. You know? Dark secrets, yes. And if how many people would be disappointed in you and all of that. But guess what? Some of Andrew Holness's dark secrets have been revealed by the Integrity Commission. And I am sure that if the PNP should win the election, a lot more will be revealed. Because they're outside speculating on a lot of issues in terms of the amount of monies that have been stolen by Andrew Holness and his regime. But when they go in now and have access to the accounts, then they will be able to identify a lot of fraudulent transactions, you know?
Yes.
I don't describe those actors as being corrupt anymore. I describe them and name them as fraudsters, you know?
Fraudsters.
Because they are immune to the word corruption, man.
Yeah.
Even last night when Andrew Holness was calling the word corruption, he was handling the word like it's a fancy thing. Like it's not a crime. You know, so we need to stop talking about corruption and talking about grand fraud, you know. Treason too. Because to the amount of damage these guys have done, Carlos, if they were in certain countries, they would be charged for treason. And Christopher Tufton would be one of them. I'm telling you that Andrew Holness, the people who are following Andrew Holness, Carlos, they are done. Check their background. A lot of them barely can read and write, and most cannot.
That's what I see. And I lie out there, bro. It's clear.
But, you know, I expect revolutionary changes when the PNP goes into office. You know, I expect them to hold people like Darrell Vaz accountable and Andrew Holness and Christopher Tufton. See all the one, Desmond McKenzie. He's a multi-billionaire too, you know, with a B, you know, not him, you know.
How will you say?
That's one. Desmond McKenzie is a multi-billionaire.
He got heritage money.
Multi-billionaire. You forgot that when they were searching for Dudus, they went to two of his posh townhouses in Waterworks, St. Andrew. Do you know how much for one of those townhouses, my friend? $500 million the current value right now.
Wow.
For one. And them guys have more than 3 commercial buildings all over Jamaica. Plus they have a lot of cash. You know? They man get back some of those monies.
Them man make themselves rich till they can't reach them, but they not stop tech. They even take the 300% raise. That is like broken a bank and turn around and pick up the silver.
18 years ago, when Desmond McKenzie was shopping, that guy supermarket bill would come to $350,000. You hear what I just said? And I'm telling you about 18 years ago, $350,000 for the man's grocery bill. I'm not going to call the supermarket's name.
right? And you see him and the man come and take up the goods and whatever. And when you look at the bill, $350,000. 18, I'm not telling you about now, 18 years ago, Can you imagine the cost of his grocery bill now? Because he's more successful now because he has been a part of Goose Golding's administration and Andrew Holness's administration. So he's one of them with his belly full, Carlos.
Wow.
I remember this guy came out, man. Desmond Mackenzie, I'm talking, came out and about people must come out and protest to defend Andrew Holness. You remember when the Integrity Commission released the Prime Minister's, personal information? Desmond Mackenzie said people must come out if it's even to take the streets to defend Andrew Holness.
How am I going so now? I'm going to ask him an investigation. So how am I going so?
Who, Andrew Holness?
Desmond Mackenzie acting like same on an investigation.
Desmond Mackenzie can't travel, man. From Doodles went overseas, Desmond Mackenzie don't take a plane, It's free. Because if them grab him at the airport, if them big neck, redneck men there catching at the airport and put a handcuff on him, you think he might come back to Jamaica? So he's not going to travel. Ever since Doodles was extradited, Desmond Mackenzie has not traveled. Right? And the man is a high-profile government minister. And at the same time, he's wearing all the nice clothes. So him have helper, him have him domestic helper, or him family member who travel overseas to buy clothes and luxury goods for him. Yeah. The man them rob the place dry, Carlos. Jamaica dry. And let me tell you something. I heard a caller talking this morning about Bellevue Hospital pretty. A rubbish that, man. Rubbish argument that guy was talking. Madness, about Bellevue Hospital is well kept and all of that. Come on. Probably he doesn't have any experience why he speaks like that. We're on earth, Bellevue Hospital is well kept.
Is it well kept?
Bellevue Hospital looks like an abandoned compound. But Andrew Holness, man, Andrew Holness trying to sneak back for a third term and Mark Golding exposed him to the fullest extent.
Dude. Bro.
He thought that he could have gotten through,
No, man, Mark Golding tough. Everybody see Mark Golding yesterday solid and straight. Mark Golding not button up because and straight. You know, hype no question.
Let me tell you something. I know their style anyway. You see Andrew Holness and Darrell Vaz and Christopher Tufton. They know each other, even on the other side. So if the PNP wins, they're going to start make calls and say congratulations. And when you're soft enough people, brother, these people must go to prison. They have caused unnecessary hardships on the people of Jamaica.
The man that got prison, we are not going in a problem, man.
Let me tell you something. But where are they going to get the money from? Where are the PNP going to get the money from if they don't embark on a prosecutorial drive? The country is broke. So they wouldn't have the money to finance their future budgets if they don't get it back from Darrell Vaz and Andrew Holness and Desmond Mackenzie and those guys. Desmond Mackenzie is very cunning, Remember, he is the Minister for National Solid Waste Management Authority, He's a pure corruption going over there, so Carlos.
Right.
Yes, man, a pure money run over there, someone.
When I hear people?
Yes.
Yeah, man, NSWMA, that's Desmond Mackenzie has portfolio for that responsibility.
Wow.
But Carlos, things are very, very bad in Jamaica. And I have said it repeatedly that there is no reason for our people to be living like that. And everybody who lives in Jamaica is caught up in this dilemma. Probably it's only the politicians are foolproof from this economic crisis, since they would have given themselves a 300% increase. But there is no middle class. That strata of society has been decimated. So, and there is not a lot of rich people too, because it's very tough. But you have a group of people who will always maintain their status quo. But a lot of businessmen have been wiped out. A lot. So, you know, it's probably the upper echelon of the business sector and the political cohort who are enjoying a stable lifestyle. But other than that, Carlos, I can tell you, everything is dry.
And I'll tell about the businessman then, because the brother just started the program not too long. He may say Cayman. A businessman will have to pack up and run again. A Cayman got open in business, you know. Couldn't take the pressure of the Chinese, couldn't compete with the Chinese, you know. A Jamaican have to pack up his business and got a Cayman because he couldn't compete against the Chinese. Look on an even playing field that your government create for you. It's and now they might tell you say, not because we're born in Jamaica, we might not be no Jamaican. I want to say, my brother.
But that is to show you that Andrew cannot think on his feet when he is engaged in serious political dialogue and statecraft. The man has not learned, Carlos, over these years because he was busy generating significant wealth instead of attending to the business of the people. That is why he couldn't make a good presentation last night. He was empty.
Empty. There was nothing there. There was nothing. And I go, oh God. Continue, my bro.
Yes. And Carlos, Mark Golden gave the man the beating of his life. You know how Andrew Holness stay, right? Right now, Andrew Holness is a sad man, you know. Yes, he is wealthy. But the way how Mark Golden dragged him last night and punch him and embarrass him and highlight the fact that he doesn't have any credibility. You know, it makes him really, really a sad man.
The 28 bank account and his wife. Mark, go bring up his wife, you know, remember say, if I did parliament, Andrew would walk out. And the same wife argument make him walk out of parliament, you know.
But the wife is no good. Because to the kind of monies that Andrew Holness have stolen from Jamaica, if he had a good wife, she would have told him that Jamaica is a poor country and he should take his time. There's no way Jamaica's economy can be ravaged like that and you expect to have a stable society. No. Jamaica is a fragile economy, you know. It can't absorb any shocks in a Carlos. So every dip Andrew Holness and guys like Daryl Vaz and Desmond Mackenzie et al., every dip they dip into the economy, you know, it causes excruciating pain on the people's lives. You understand?
And
so
my business.
Things are very bad, man. Very, very bad. I'm telling you that businessmen can hardly pay their electricity bill now. And since Omar Hassan has spoken, things have deteriorated rapidly. So what he said, what did he say? Only 30% of businessmen probably can pay their utility bills now or to keep the operations of their companies, eh? Well, that 30% would have been dwindled in a Carlos. So I can tell you it's at about 22% now from real life experience. You understand? So it is in line with what your Cayman friend said on your program.
Yeah.
You know, anywhere in the 80s of people have been wiped out, anywhere in the 80% margin. And Andrew Holness has created this debacle. And you don't hear that Darrell Vaz spending another $25 million on the school bus to replace tires.
Yes, man. Me, man.
And he cannot account for the 1.4 billion and gone to another new 25 million.
And not only that, don't forget the digital registration that are billions of dollars to change out that and into a new system, you know. I believe it's billions, it's more than the bus. And him over there again, you know. Nobody not talk about that, you know. And the man say, and the man retire now, you know. That's what him say. Nobody not talk about the electronic registration and Darrell Vaz that again, you know. That maybe these are more money than that. They look 1.4 billion, you know. People not peep that. Are we money? But hold on then. How come here the PNP are question the procurement measure that they use to get the money for the bus?
There was none. Darrell Vaz just took it on to himself and said, all right, I'm going to just steal some money. You know? And he did it openly. He didn't hide. That is the contempt the man has for the Jamaican people, you know, and the political system, you know.
Wow.
The man went on a frolic of his own, you know, to do something corrupt, except that he has the full support of Andrew Holness. Because whether or not the support is voluntary, Carlos, Andrew Holness has to give Darrell Vaz leeway because the amount of secrets that Darrell Vaz has for Andrew Holness. You know, so Darrell Vaz knows how to play the game, you know. Put a lot of dirt on the Prime Minister while he can take as much as possible.
So nobody can talk about nobody.
But according to Darrell Vaz, you know, nobody will touch him because he has friends on both sides. And he know who to call if him lose power and whatever. But let's see how it works, you know, my brother. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but all I know, boy, I don't know if Darrell Vaz or Andrew Holness will be in prison, you know. But let's see. They have a lot of power and friends and all over, you know. So the first thing them are gonna soften up the PNP them, you know, Carlos, and tell them congratulations for winning the election and all that kind of thing. Yeah. It's a small country, but poor people always get screwed, Carlos. Always get screwed in the sense that they can't find food to eat and can't send back their children to school. I mean, they don't have any house. Andrew Holness have so many luxurious houses and commercial properties. And you poor people running behind Andrew Holness and you can't even build a one-bedroom board house. Do you know what is the cost for a one-bedroom board house, Carlos? Like $700,000. And that is with a cheap mason.
One bedroom.
One bedroom board house.
Tile it out that door.
Yes, tile it out the door. $700,000. A majority of Jamaicans right now do not have $50,000 in their bank account, Carlos. Just think how poor Jamaica is. Yeah, what I said. Maybe I should repeat it, you know. Majority of Jamaicans do not have $50,000 in their bank accounts right now. A matter of fact, so many do not have any bank account.
Jesus.
And you people running behind Andrew Holness, who has piled up so much wealth, monies, apartments. So the man is rich in cash and rich in real estate, you know, Carlos.
Maybe they say the man is on a mission to be the richest man in Jamaica, knowing him.
Well, and then people going to say that Juliet Holness should not be criticized. Who helps Juliet Holness to gain her wealth? And it's not everything they have is joint. His wife and husband, and the husband would have been pulling the lever of powers to get those properties. Ask people who have been in construction for many years if they can afford to put up one of those buildings, Carlos. And most of the properties that Andrew Holness and his wife built on, there are 3 blocks on those properties.
People now hear that? What you say again? Remember
3 blocks, way up in the air.
3 blocks, people. They are sudden property. How much of them property them I might have a Jamaica together? Him and his wife.
Them all over. Remember, they started out in Kirkland Heights, you know. They have a 3-block one in Vineyard Town too. 1 bedroom for $28 million and a 2-bedroom for $38 million. And most of them were sold before they were completed. They have a big property over by when you pass 100-man police station. They had to make road, and they contracted people to come and run electricity and all of that. A big community with probably 100 units on the property.
People, when I hear that, people.
And Jonas gone in a center, and he has a man down there on the ground who is his agent down there. They're all over, you know, just like Darrell Vaz.
I mean, you say have trucks in the backside mine too. This I'm gonna compete against the citizen man. Trucks in the backside mine and all them thing there. You hear that too?
I told you that Andrew Holness is a common criminal. The kind of money that these guys have taken from Jamaica.
Gas station, KFC, fast food giant and gas station and type of shit me yesterday got. What? No man wealthy, bro. Body fire.
Oh, I'm telling you, Carlos, it is sad to see Jamaica like this, you know? It's Friday evening, you know, Carlos, right now. You know what Friday evening used to look like in Jamaica back in the days, Carlos, when people cook a whole heap of food, soup, music playing, people in them pretty sneakers and them pretty clothes, and, you know, people playing bingo, card pack, domino, and things were a buzz. People were happy, and, you know, those days are over, my friend. It's pure sadness on the people's face. Nothing is happening. And because of the desperation to people will hurt people for money, my friend. You know? And when people telling you about the Jamaica Labour Party giving out a lot of money during election, that's a damn lie. The most they'll give a person is $3,000. To get $5,000 from a politician, you have to be a worker, and a popular worker who can do things for them, you know? And the only time they get that is either for during election time or conference. And those who are getting those $3,000 and $1,500 during conference time, they have to be seated in the buses. And they cannot go outside to urinate if they collect the money. They have to hold that urine until they reach at National Stadium.
Oh, yeah, I say.
Yes, man. Serious thing I'm telling you, man. No politician not giving away the $5,000, my friend. Them prefer keep the money until after the election, them go buy them properties or travel overseas on vacation. They're more inclined to give them a $1,500 or a $2,000 or a $3,000. You know?
The rest of them get $5,000 on a back lunch.
Yeah, but those are few persons who would have been working closely with J.C. Hutchins at the time. The regular resident wouldn't get anything, Carlos.
That's true.
Remember, you know, the people who he was referring to are people who are workers of the party.
And they came out against him. Yep.
Yeah, the ordinary person not going to get anything from a politician. They're just going to sweep mouth them and give them a hug and say, go and vote for me. You know, but I'm telling you that I have never seen things as bad as this. You know, but we have found a good leader in Mark Golding, you know. Just the way how the man handled the debate last night, Carlos. I've never seen anything like that either. You know, so
but I mean,
even
hold
though
on.
things are bad in the country,
We know such man don't, you know.
I have seen the emergence of a historical leader. The man is intellectually sharp. His mind, his mental
clean
state moves faster than the speed of wind, my friend.
I don't like that.
The man handle wholeness like a baby last night, man.
Like a little child, such man over there like a little kid.
Yeah. Wholeness always promote himself to be a bright young man, you know. And you see, when you come up against
real bright
intellectual people, you realize that you're nothing.
Wow.
So you see, it's not even a good thing to be boastful, you know, because you know Andrew is boastful already. The guy promotes himself as an intellect. And when he had to compete against Mark Golding now on his feet, he scored 0.
Me know say the man no intellect, brother. That's why I ask in documents from high school and college. Because I believe say, feel say everything is bad. Honestly. None about is better than real. Because like we say, especially when we get this fake doctorate to hear them talk about. We know people have doctorate, that's not how them speak. Where the doctor did last night? Where was the doctor last night? The doctorate. Where was it? Did he exercise it? Did you see that on display last night? It was not on display.
Andrew Wellness is a liar. Andrew Wellness said that the Integrity Commission closed all investigations against him. He didn't say that the Integrity Commission referred the matter to the Financial Investigation Division and Tax Administration of Jamaica. Right? So if the matters were referred for more serious interrogation and investigation, then how could the matters be complete against him? How can the matters be closed?
Look here, Laborites take that and suck it like an ice cream, you know. Laborites take that and swallow it, you know, brother. So him know I'm base him talk to him. Now talk to people with sense, you know. So when you see my going with over there, I the lie when I feed the Laborite pan. I the meal him I give them a good meal. Them suck it up, man.
But you know, every time I see Andrew Wellness on a podium, I think about Darrell Vaz stealing $1.4 billion and say he's not showing any receipt. That's a true reflection of Andrew Wellness. Andrew Wellness also reminds me of SSL, when that old lady, an 80-year-old woman, sold her father's estate and divided it amongst 3 siblings. But because of the location of SSL in New Kingston, she found it convenient to go and deposit it there. And Hugh Crosby hug her up and say, yes, man, good investment, your money is safe. But somehow, that lady in her wisdom found out that hanky-panky was going on. Some nefarious activities were going on. And guess what? The Prime Minister himself, along with Hugh Crosby, were the main organizers, the mastermind for the collapse of SSL. And when the lady went back 5 times for her money, Hugh Crosby decided, say, listen, you're not getting back even $1 kind. Because why? I have the Prime Minister who is also a co-conspirator. So no police can't touch him, no immigration can't trouble him at the airport or customs officer. Because anybody approach him, he's going to tell them to ask the Prime Minister about it. Carlos,
yes.
Which man you know so bold and confident to take away a old lady $60 million and walk free? If you even take 50,000 or 20,000 from an elderly person, my friend, and you don't give goods or services, just be assured that police going to knock on your door and put a handcuff on you and put you in custody. And you're not even going to get any station bail. You have to get lawyer to go to court. And the judge may even remand you in custody. You what I just said, 20,000, 60,000, 50,000.
Jamaica need a...
And this man has stolen billions of dollars. Right? With the help of the Prime Minister. Nothing happens. You see why Jamaica cannot be better?
You like I my Prime Minister, you know?
Cannot be better.
Him figure creep up $1.4 billion. How did he procure that?
We are living in an inequitable society where for some people like Darrell Valls and Andrew Holness, the law doesn't apply.
How he procured that? You like you just go there and tell favor and say, yo, give me $1.4 million. Seriously, how that happened? I mean, the PNP a question that now, you know? That never in no budget now, people. How did Darrell Vaz get to procure 1.4?
If a minister is going to spend $1 billion and so, those things must be debated in the parliament before any such decision is made.
So hold on. What else? Just hold on.
Big money.
So hold on.
And as you said, it should go through the contractor general and all the other agencies before he could have access to that money. So he has he would have usurped all those government agencies that would apply scrutiny to government spending. So that's fraud all over, you know. Just the breaches of the procedures alone, you know. Fraud. And taking the money for his personal use and purpose.
Think about it.
More counts added to the fraud.
So hold on there. What other project these guys just take out the money and spend it on and we don't know about it? They could have hide the yellow bus them, you know. Because them big, we could hide them. But what other project them guys that just take out money like this? People, a country will run our. Remember, you know, just the other day we see such man at St. Thomas. And the brother was getting under him and hold him accountable in St. Thomas on the matter about this bridge where Andrew Holness promised him for so long. And such man was telling him that it's the procurement process is so hard and long and rare you can't just get the money so to build the bridge. So how did Darrell Vaz get this money, $1.4 billion so fast? I must keep the money.
But if he could have done that and still have access to another $25 million, then it shows that the country is really exposed. It's exposed to white collar crimes.
How can Baz get that money, people? How? How Baz get that money? You just feel like you want to buy some bus. Okay, just get the money. You don't got to nothing, people.
Look here. The life that Darrell Vaz is living in Jamaica, you know, is like the oil mogul in the oil mogul, right? In places like Saudi Arabia, right? That's the kind of lifestyle, you know, that Darrell Vaz lives in Jamaica, he and his family. You know.
You hear that, people?
The man is ultra wealthy, you know, beyond this wildest imagination.
Everybody that's coming us, taking us rich and us. They want to be richer than Matalan or something. Brother?
Of course, it's state resources and Ponzi scheme monies. Because you have to understand, you know, that guy was involved in Olin too, you know. Yes, Darrell Vaz was involved in Olin. Boy, I'm telling you, they have stuck Jamaica dry, Carl. Dry. And these businessmen, they are very quick to give politicians the money because they know that the police cannot touch them when they pay off the politicians. So, Carlos Hill made his sacrifice and pay who he should pay off, and he walked free. Olint had to give the GLP party a whole lot of money. I remember when Olint started to collapse, is a chartered jet they went on to see Olint in Turks and Caicos. And those were politicians like Bruce Gold and Hardly Shaw, same Darrell Vaz, and see all the one up by Ribby's name, Dan Query. He called himself marketing manager for Olint, you know. GLP activists. One set of guys enjoying the loot while our people starve. Carlos, just ask JPS how many accounts they are closing each week because people can't afford to pay their electricity bills.
Wow. Wow.
It's rough.
Our police tell me that.
I'm telling you, the country has collapsed.
Police can't pay them bills, you know, people.
I don't see it coming back anytime soon because you see, to the extent of which Andrew Holness went and raided the country, he has destabilized the entire economy. It has sent shockwaves. So it's not coming back so easily. But for sure, he will not be allowed to get a third term. Because all he is doing is trying to preserve his criminal empire. He has no interest for the Jamaican people. That kind of consideration doesn't exist for Andrew Holness as Prime Minister, that he's going to do something for the masses to uplift their lives and to promote stability. Those things are off his limit now, you know, Carlos. He's about greed and selfishness and how much more he can get and how much more assets he can protect. So he's totally compromised. He's of no use to the Jamaican people. So why is he clinging to power and going out desperately for a third term when he has not done anything positive in Jamaica over the past 10 years? A man with any form of civility would say, listen, I'm leaving politics. This doesn't work out for the people. But it worked out for him personally, you know, and Juliet told us. But he didn't, his tenure has not worked out for the people. So I'm going to step aside. That's what a decent person would have done. This man see that he has made the country a nightmare. At the same time, still insists to get a third term. You don't realize that this guy is crazy, Carlos?
Madman.
What is he going there for? What is he going to obtain for the country? It's all about himself.
28 more bank account, bro. More building everywhere. The man, yo, he might be the richest man in the Caribbean.
So I'm telling you, man, that September the 3rd, people should make an effort to go there and vote out Andrew Holness. Well, Parliament has been dissolved, you know, but even though Parliament has been dissolved, they are still members of Parliament, and Andrew Holness is still Prime Minister. So that's a trick in the Constitution, Carlos. You see that? They are still running the country. So I heard a caller saying this morning that Andrew Holness is not Prime Minister today. No, he's still Prime Minister, man. If anything should happen tonight, he would execute his powers.
Yeah, but because somebody have to drive the car, the bus.
Yeah, man, he's still Prime Minister.
If we drive the bus until they reach our bus terminal.
Yes. Andrew Holness, man, has to go, you know, on election day. He's compromised. He is corrupt. He is selfish. He is greedy. He is insensitive towards the plight of the people.
And when you have a, you know, and I'm glad, you know, that Mark Golding pointed it out last night, you know, that since he became opposition leader, he realized the dictatorial nature of Andrew Holness, and he's a very hard guy to deal with. He said it last night, you know, Carlos.
Yep.
And that's true. Because anybody who is not in agreement with Andrew Holness, you know, he will have them removed from their positions. You know, but I'm telling you, man, 10, 20 years to come, we will still be watching that debate. It's a template for all high school students who are going to participate in future debates, whether school challenge quiz or inter-parish quiz competition. They should all look at it, because I'm telling you, man,
you know,
Mark Golding was in his prime element.
Last night, me say me laugh.
Man made it look so easy.
Yo, I be laugh, you know. And guess what? While me I watch the debate, you know, me have a couple of brethren in call me same way. Me say, we are talking for about that 2 phone me have a, can we expect that? You know what I call me for? And I laugh. And when me answer the phone, I laugh, me I laugh. Me have a mouthful of laughter. Them I call me with a mouthful of laughter. It was funny. Mark Golding put on the whooper for him last night. And I like people. Calm. Because we know say
with all them women who Andrew Holness boats, because you have Audrey Marks and you have Crawford. What's her name? What's her name? Maya Crawford. What's her name?
Which one?
The one in Mandeville.
Yeah. Senator Crawford. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. We know you're talking about.
No, she's MP, man.
We know you're talking about, man.
So you have Crawford, you have
Rhoda.
Audrey Marks.
Rhoda Crawford.
Yeah, Rhoda Crawford. Audrey Marks. And you have the lady there, Marlene Malawu Fort.
Yes.
All of them. So them have discuss who is the rightful person to the Prime Minister. All of them supposed to leave him now after Mark Golding destroyed him entirely last night. If they have any pride and dignity, they would separate themselves from Andrew Holness now.
A bad company, man. And yo, if you go around toilet for too long, you gotta start smell like doo-doo, you know. Even if you're an aspiring Prime Minister, you go around this man a bad company. When you left, you know, you get left tainted, you know. Marlene was a judge, right? Look on her now. Look like doo-doo. We have this lady right here, so the first female DPP. She created history in Jamaica. Like her or not, but we used to respect her when she talk. Now what she look like to we. So any man go around that brother, anybody you see in a dirty bus, let me tell you, say, all of them questionable.
Boy, I'm telling you, that I have said it before, that Darrell Vance should take those old buses home, and his personal accounts must be raided and take back that $1.4 billion among many other fraudulent transactions. You can't play with those guys, you know, because the hardship and the suffering they have caused is immense. So they must pay the price. They must face the consequences for their actions, Carlos.
I agree.
Yeah, things are too bad, man. I can just imagine on election day how many of the voters will not even have taxi fare to go and vote. You know? And if you know about country life, some of the people who are determined, they're going to rub coconut oil on their foot and go out and go vote. But I'm going to tell you, Carlos, there is no reason why Jamaica should be so poor. Jamaica is supposed to be a wealthy island.
It is
but
not.
Politicians have stolen our money and purchased luxurious mansions in Cherry Gardens, Beverly Hills, and Norbrook. And now they have extended their tentacles to the North Coast and South Coast and all over, anywhere beachfront properties are.
They are going after them. Nothing for the masses, not even a 1-bedroom. Look what the man has done with NHT, man. Andrew Holness caused hundreds of millions of dollars to be transferred to SSL. Politicians get them back in their pockets, my God. Place that should be building houses for poor people. People can't get a 1-bedroom, but Andrew Holness found it lucrative to transfer those monies to SSL, who is there in the dark, waiting to carry out the loot, Andrew Holness know all of that, you know, and still allow taxpayers' money to go there. Banana Catastrophe Fund, National
NHT.
Health Fund.
NHT.
About 5 of them.
Agriculture. Yeah.
Yes. Poor people can't get a dollar in their pockets. And this man is going to say that he identifies himself among the poorer class of people in Jamaica, Carlos. You see how the man bare face and rubbing salt in people's wound? But I know for sure that today Andrew Holness is licking his wound, man. Because with all the riches he has, Carlos, he didn't want to be ashamed like that last night, you know, with what Mark Golding did to him. It's going to take him, a matter of fact, it's going to take him probably 8 months before he can recover.
Right,
because I'm telling you, man, I heard the man's voice rattled, you know. He was gasping for breath last night, you know. When a man shame like dog with all the riches and power you have, somebody says something to you that reveal your dark secrets to the world, and your entire countenance have faded, look peeled, because you're a human being. And when you do your wrongs and people expose it, especially on the national and international scene, whether or not you have any shame, you know, my brother, there's something inside of you that's going to make you feel bad.
That's why I get mad last night, man.
That is the experience that Andrew Holness received last night. Because he came up against a giant in Mark Golding.
Yep. I thought Haggintai said, they're glad they get a beaten stick. I thought Haggintai said that. They're glad they get a beaten stick. So Mark Golding and a beaten stick. What's wrong with them? They never expect that. Why am I telling Mark Golding surprise?
Haggintai is one of them who's supposed to be taken in custody. You know? Remember the used car scandal?
Yes, that have not
been
dealt with
for the airport's money. Remember the last time he resigned, you know, it's for the airport's money that was transferred to First Rock Investments, you know. And then Mabi Montague said that it was the Prime Minister who told him to make the money transfer to First Rock Investments. Hundreds of millions of dollars, you know, my brother. Do you know what those monies could have done? How many lives could have been saved at the hospitals with those monies, Carlos? How many equipment they could have purchased? How many medications, life-saving medication that could have been purchased with those monies that were spent in a fraudulent manner? And I realize that First Rock Investment not giving any account for the monies that were lodged in their institution to develop properties and so on. When is it they're going to come out and make a statement? Because from my understanding, you know, the PNP going to ask for the money on September 4th. So $1.1 million, you know, from National Insurance Scheme, you know, my brother. And $480 million Jamaican from Airports Authority of Jamaica.
If the PNP put on
and government is about to change now at First Rock, not giving an account for the money.
The man
so I'm sure that.
Let me show you the man in the heart. Remember the man that they come to us, you know. for $15 million a month to pay the SSL in the people. People, I want to say them are wicked. That time them are billionaire already, no people. Them are said on Nigel Clark to come tell poor people say. Them are ask the public, they come make a statement say, them want we to give them $15 million a month to keep the lights on at SSL, pay for the workers. Remember that. And then we said no about it.
I think that Nigel Clark should be extradited, you know. You know why? He tricked the Jamaican people and said that he's going to give a full report on SSL and all of that. And the guy was packing his bag to go to Washington 9 times, tricking the Jamaican people and left. He was the one who sterilized the after operation at SSL. After the damage was done, he helped to clean up SSL and put Crosby on a pathway of isolation. And he himself went to Washington. And Nigel Clark must answer to the Jamaican people after the election and a new government is formed. He can't just walk away like that. When he was the Minister of Finance and he would have made certain promises and all of that. And then even while the FSC, Financial Services Commission, was failing, he as minister didn't do anything. Nigel Clark must be grabbed by the balls and put him in custody because he could have protected SSL's investors and he didn't do so. Why? Because he has to protect the Prime Minister's fraudulent interests in SSL.
If he said then grab Nigel Clark, you know, they will get everything, you know. If he said,
because I'm afraid Nigel Clark is like a girl. He cannot spend one night in a jail cell. Not one night he can spend in a jail cell, you know. Hey. So once you put him in custody, you know, he's supposed to start sing like bird, you know.
Never see it, man.
He never talk everything.
But like me, I tell somebody the other day, how we know so the feds not talk to him already? How we know that? Then they you know. How we know so nobody not really gonna let us got to sit and talk to him already? We don't know that, you know? You did it?
Boy, I'm telling you, I can't believe that the man gave away his reputation around Andrew Holness.
Brother point for him say, boy, I'm gonna be the next prime minister, brother. Aspiring prime minister, you know. Man, mash up in character, in integrity. Why?
And that is a stressful thing, you know, Carlos. All right, you think, guys like Rural Reid. Rural Reid will never be the same again, you know. Because when your character gone, you know, my friend, I want to tell you, say, you see, good women, when men are charged for crimes, good women don't have no nature for them again, you know. Most of the women who stick with them, they are bad players, you know. I'm telling you, certain women, once a man is charged or spend time in custody, certain women will lose nature for their men immediately, you know. Relationship mash up.
A true man, no look for you like no macho man no more, you know? I mean.
Oh, yeah. Them look up you, them look up on you, it's time. You're done with.
Yeah. Done with, boy, you're like a fool.
That's the kind of stress a Rural Reid has to live with now. You know? And even the man too, the professor, what's his name? I don't remember his name, you know, but he was head of CMU.
Yeah, Fitz
Pinnock.
Yeah.
Fritz
Pinnock, yeah.
Yes, Fritz Pinnock, boy, is look here, he was a classy guy, you know, the kind of clothes he wears, you know, Carlos. And shoes and style and look here, he was a flamboyant and extravagant character, you know, Fritz Pinnock, you know. Everything the man wears look different from the ordinary person, you know. Where his character is now gone because of money.
Think about Rural Reid and his whole family. His dad was arrested, his wife was arrested. Why? Imagine living with that for the rest of your life.
living with, no, you understand what I'm saying?
Life sentence that.
Roy Reid is afraid to walk in the public domain right now, you know. Roy Reid is hiding from his own shadows right now, you know.
A prison figure, when am I with ring it, what go on with the key, then I go, what go on with that case there? Am I with the statute of limitation to run out like Miss McLean?
Boy, Roy Reid just take the corrupt money and then say, well, listen, it happened already. I'm just a play it smooth right now. But he is very well stressed out, Carlos.
But look what Andrew Honest
The man is hiding from his shadows.
Let me ask you a question, class president. Did you remember that Roy Reid retirement has been settled in about $23 million, something like that? In the millions, right? We don't want to tell a lie on the figure. While the case pending in a court, imagine you allegedly thief from your company. You're in a court to say if you thief or not. You get fired, suspension, pending investigation. Which company is going to settle retirement with that worker while the case is still pending in a court?
Once you get charged for fraud, you can't have no settlement for anything else, man. Once you get charged for fraud, you know, your whole empire collapse. So, all right, for example, if the Prime Minister should be charged for fraud, he will be no longer eligible for the $30 million per year in pension. You know?
So how come Roy Reid get millions in settlement? How come that happen?
Boy, that's very strange, you know.
How come Roy Reid get his retirement settled? People who remember. Who remember people? Who remember say Roy Reid? Google it, man. His retirement has been settled. I did video on it. And many bloggers talk about it.
Why Roy Reid bought a nice house at Kings Avenue.
Beverly Small say Roy Reid got about $53 million. Me know that's some big figure. Me know that's some big figure. Me know want to tell a lie.
No man, it was 20 odd million dollars the school settled with him for. 20 to 23 million, I think.
I mean, see when famous, I mean, see when say I'm gonna file a lawsuit again.
But Roy Reid bought a nice house out of the education money that was stolen. He bought a nice house at Kings Avenue. But as you said, boy, his family is left in shame. And you know that under
so Sandra Richard said 23 million. Yeah, I mean, about $23 million. That's about right. Because I did that story on it. We just don't have what it for me right now.
Yeah, and the PNP can go and take that house, you know, under the proceeds of Crime Act. They can go for that forfeiture, man. Yeah, because it's unexplained wealth, you know.
All of them house need to take away. All of them house need to take away. All right, you can't show where you get it from. I mean, come on now, man. You know, say though, if Mark Golden really decides to take back taxpayers' money and the thief away, and you know, so Jamaica are nice. We could have Barbara Green the road from St. Thomas all the way to Nigrid Point. We could have get water in our pipe again. The hospital could have furnished people. Police and everybody could have get raised. Eh? Could have run the country for years.
Andrew Holness has no conscience, so I expect the full prosecutorial machinery of the new government to take full effect. Andrew Holness has no shame. He doesn't care about the damage that he has done to Jamaica. So the new government has to be steadfast in going after all his assets and cash.
That's what a lot of people want, you know. That's what we say. If that not happen, say people like hell and powder house for this platform.
Judgment, man.
Judgment of yourself.
You know how many persons have lost their businesses because of Andrew Holness corruption. You know how many students had to leave university without completing their degrees because of the corruption of Andrew Holness. You know how many people died at the hospitals because of the corruption of Andrew Holness? How many young men who should have otherwise been interrogated and possibly charged and taken in front of the courts, they were eradicated. They were killed by the police, who at all material times were following the instructions of Andrew Holness. You can't leave this guy, man. There can be no economic recovery without justice. And the justice that I speak about is to take back our assets, take back our monies from Andrew Holness. Because most of the things he has now, they were earned illegally.
So you tell me, say, for them units, for them house when them build, for them building when them build, for them construction site, span are like 3 blocks.
3 blocks, man. Every location you go for them, it's 3 blocks. Remember, the Chinese have the equipment, you know.
Look, people,
yeah, they have the equipment, man. Them have some things that extend, go straight up, you know, in the sky, you know, brother. Literally way up, you know. So them can make the high buildings.
Well, the people are rich and not stop. And still take the 300% raise off of. Still come out and bad people.
Majority of the people, Carlos, and majority. So while Juliet Holness and Andrew Holness have all these riches, they purchased lands at Cayman and Spark. They're all over. And while they have these riches and enjoy these lavish lifestyles, the people of Jamaica and the world cannot afford a 1-bedroom house, boardroom. Cannot. That's why I'm telling you that Jamaica is very, very poor.
Jaja. And not even one hospital, these guys build one school. And look what them building. It could have been hospital, you know? It could have been school, you know, people. This is what them take them time and I do while them in the office, people. Who want to know? Jesus.
You know, I mean, people's pride and dignity have been eroded under Andrew Holness's policies because they can't live any good life anymore, Carlos. The man mash up all of that completely. Because professionals used to live a decent life in Jamaica. And the way Andrew Holness mash up the place now, you can't even tell who is a professional from who is an ordinary person because everybody has lived the low down life. Because there is no money. You can have all the good intention in the world and the education. If you don't have any money, your life will look shattered. You're going to look like the ordinary person because there is no income or sufficient income coming in to sustain your lifestyle. And that is what is happening under Andrew Holness. Too many teachers become ordinary people. Too many nurses. Too many policemen look like those who are unemployed. And it's the policies of Andrew Holness.
Jesus. The country I feel it and
I'm telling you, the kinds of monies that have been stolen from the economy, man, is like a earthquake. It has disrupted the lives of most people. Look at the election going on now, and you don't even hear anything from Michi Siaga because he knows he's not relevant. He has no influence on the voting population. And I told you before, you know, the businessmen can't wait for election day to come to vote for Mark Golding, you know, because they can't pay their light bills. And business is closed down. The place is an empty shell, Jamaica. Nothing is happening that would show any indication of a sustainable economy.
Well, my brother, give me a final thought here, man.
Well, you know, as I said, Mark Golding is riding on a high now, straight into the election. And people are hardly talking about Andrew Holness at this stage. Andrew Holness has done so much damage to Jamaica that the people do not even have any patience or tolerance for him right now. They don't want to even give him a listening ear. Because they know he can only get worse, he cannot get better. So the need for leadership is urgent, and the people have responded to Mark Golding favorably, and Mark Golding is listening to the people.
Yeah, he is.
And we require change.
So you go to the press
We require fundamental changes.
They go to a press conference today, and that was good. They might listen.
Yes.
They are listening. They are listening. I really appreciate it. I really truly appreciate the press conference. We need more of that. On a brilliant, on a bright. Stop sit down and hide that. Come out with it and come educate the nation. Can Jamaica people backward, you know, brother?
Yes. Yeah, of course. Let me tell you something. A lot of Jamaicans who are here talking about third term and dualness, when you check out their background, they can't read or write, Carlos. Too many of them are like that. You know, and it shouldn't be, because as bad as thing be, Jamaica had a good educational system until Andrew Holness became Prime Minister. He has uprooted all the successes we have made in education. Very bad guy. That is why he and Ruel Reid robbed up so much money from the education ministry, because they had no intention of promoting education, and because they don't want the people to be independent thinkers. So they did not offer education. They instead went into the government coffers and stole a lot of money. So the people of Jamaica couldn't benefit from any sustainable educational programs. I mean, CMU, you know, used to give stipend to persons who were being trained out there, you know, and when Ruel Reid and Fritz Pinnock pull off the grand fraudulent scheme, you know, immediately those students from poor communities couldn't get their stipend anymore, you know, Carlos. Yes, man, I'm telling you, man, stipend cut since Ruel Reid and Fritz Pinnock stole the money. I'm telling you, Jamaica is a sad state, but Ruel Reid was only following the footsteps of Andrew Holness, who was the education minister before Ruel Reid took over. I remember that Ruel Reid was his chief advisor at the Ministry of Education. So Ruel Reid knew all of what Andrew Holness was doing. So when Andrew Holness was promoted to Prime Minister, Ruel Reid just said, listen, it's my time to drink milk and honey now.
He might have Ruel Reid getting on the problem. I think come to an interview and said, Ruel Reid is his advisor. Ruel Reid still talk to him and advise him, something like that, right? If there's an interview out there and I played it on the platform before. So them still talk. And Ray. Me want to Ruel Reid case. Yo.
Well, I don't know what's going on, but in closing, Carlos, there should be no distinction between Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness. Both of them are culpable in the destruction of Jamaica, and they are equal beneficiary in their crimes. Absolutely no separation. A matter of fact, apart from her building those mansions, she and her husband, she was also catapulted as Speaker of the Parliament, Carlos. So both Andrew Holness is the head of the executive and Juliet Holness is the head of the legislature. Those are powerful positions in any country. So what? And the country is not running properly. So whosoever talking about Juliet Holness should not be criticized. They are dunce. They can't read and write. The typical labor right, Carlos. Do you know how much power the Speaker of the House has? No matter of fact, the Speaker of the House's salary is bigger than the ordinary member of Parliament. You know? The Speaker of the House, I think, get close to what the opposition leader gets. You know? So Juliet Holness has a massive salary. Powers, plus she is enjoying the loot of her husband. And you're telling me where they get all those millions of dollars from to construct those luxurious apartments. People who have been in construction from decades cannot even build one of those units. And they are young people who all of a sudden became extremely wealthy, but they can't tell you the source of their wealth. Instead, Integrity Commission highlight that the Prime Minister has been living a life of fraud with secret depositors pumping money in his accounts. SSL transferring hundreds of millions of dollars through NCB to the Prime Minister's account. And this is the man who is coming back to the Jamaican people for a third term. He must be imprisoned and all those assets taken. Even his salary should be taken. Anything. Listen, once you're stealing public funds, even if you had any good money, all those good money should be taken too. Everything, he must be stripped dry and buy some equipment for Bustamante Children Hospital so that children can be saved. They don't have to be transported during critical surgery and die because of undualness. The kind of money he has, is blood money, high water money, where children cry for hunger and couldn't get any education because of the corruption he perpetuated. And all of that must be summarized and put squarely at the Prime Minister's feet. All right, Carlos, we'll talk.
My brother, I respect you. Thank you for the contribution, my brother, every time.
Carlos?
Yeah, man, me there, man. May I hear you? May I hear you, man? May I hear you, man? Me there, man. May I hear you? So thank you.
Man.
Thank
Prime
you.
Minister is no good, man.
No good, man.
No good.
So what's that?
Guy.
Juliet must be held accountable too. I'm a believer in that.
Yes, man. All right, Carlos. Take care.
No love, man, as I respect, my brother.
All right.
Yeah. People are something else, This is something else, people. Are something else I go on because them a type of riches that my people have. I come off and nothing. I mean, like seriously. Or the expect them to walk away in the sunset and left the hospital. Them now nothing. No hospital no bill, but look on the building. No school no bill, and look on the building. People are here, so enough of them have. Can you imagine? You in a power and a bill period them 3 back. Worth it. Think about that. Okay, man. Something wrong. Money will come back to the people them. All them, if they found out, say, boy, the money come by for some type of government will confiscate them and give to the regular man. There's a lot of units up there where people could have provided housing for a lot of Jamaicans. Because I believe, say, some skullduggery are gone and we can't take it anymore. However, people, thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks to each and everyone who comment in the comment section and type, minus if the little one that will come over sometime, I'm have to block and delete them. Yeah. So did you hear Andrew saying Dennis Strong is not his friend? La la li, la la la. Hi, Carlos. They can't steal this election. The times have changed. All wicked are being exposed. And me say, and you know what again, Sister Direct, me like how the PNP are motivated that they don't need no money to go out there. They might go there for their own energy. It's more like a patriotic movement going in the PNP party. It's like the Jamaica landscape, political landscape is changing right now with eyes where people come support the party because of love for the party. You want to change, you like the policy. Instead of get $5,000 and a box lunch and a bus come for you. And you're gone even against your will, but because you're hungry, you want something. When I see the crowd and the PNP people over and over, I keep telling you, it is an organic crowd. When you look over such man, it is not organic. It's a bought crowd. I want you guys know the difference. However, my beautiful people, it's been a pleasure being here with you guys. Comment section, me hear on our roar. Loud, loud, loud. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Because free work now go in vain. I will now kill no teeth on them. Yeah? We now laugh with them people. We got look at no rest, no peace and ease. We don't decide to take no rest until the third people. We're gonna push this forward. We can't work so hard the whole time and don't step on the gas right now going up to the finish. You don't have to speed around the whole track. When time to go to the finish, you burn out and you go slow. So right now, yes, I wish part the sprinter or the long distance runner take off and pull away from the pack and head to the winning pole. And that's how they know people. So the least those of you in the comment section can do is like up the live. So them kind of conversation I reach more people. Like it. So it go to more people. Share it also. Send it to some people on WhatsApp. 3 to 5 people. Send it to some people you know now get the type of education here. Send it out to them people. Yes, that's your campaign for a better Jamaica in this time. Remember, you know, the pan going to ring bell or push up fist, you know. But the least you can do on your platform using social media like WhatsApp, also you can share this to some people on WhatsApp. Even if them are labor right, send it go get them. I don't like me I tell man. Blessing my loving people. Must I tell you again, thank you for the people who call this platform, though. You know, thanks everybody who call this platform. Those, you know, things are raised by Carla might not be necessarily those of Jamaican Carlos TV. Again, this platform is a platform where people speak their mind. My name is Jamaican Carlos. I'm out.
There's an article titled Jamaica Prime Minister Andrew Holness drop fire campaign dub plates.
What?
Fire campaign dub plates. And in it, they said some of the dub plates came from Skillibeng. Skillibeng, Mr. Universe. Some of these were on the Prime Minister's personal pages. They said others come from Massacre. What? In this case, it was Just a Minute. They said some come from Intense. And some come from TJ. I'm going to just highlight for our purpose what some of those content were in those songs. The lyrical content. The song from Massacre, Just a Minute, for which the Prime Minister used as a dub plate for his political activity. In the song, and I quote, "Me a the crocodile chit chat for a minute, couple rifle, couple Chris Glock for a minute, and me dede I do the whole place lock for a minute." It goes further. "Me just swing the Beretta upon me belly for a minute, link up Erica upon the celly for a minute." What? If he believed that violent music, as he said, created criminal activity, why did he choose this song? Absolutely. Why did he choose this song? No more is there. I don't want to go too far. He says in the same song, "Shoot out, heavy tools out, me I bring it. Get the food door and buy a house every minute." Why choose that particular song of all the songs? So convinced. Babylani did also another one for him called Clark's Palm Foot. In that song it says, "Shatter than the matic where the God boss boom." Why did he choose that song? In the other one here from Mr. Universe, Skillibeng says, "Roll out with the wet map, Skilly well bad." Now maybe the Prime Minister don't understand some of those metaphors, so maybe he don't know what the wet map is. But then he says, "Plus me big matic no instellar contradiction." Why did he choose? Why did he choose these songs? Another one here, Ona Lane. He made this too, you know. A song he chose. "Dad, what make you do that? Carry my name, go to the cops. Love your belly. Love your belly, you that. Them are gonna find you dead like two rats." Oh, yeah. I bet you say you left your expletive yard and no come back. Your mother see your body and ask, I say, who that? Why him choose that song? And why should I feel that there is any? This is the Prime Minister's. This is the Prime Minister's election dub plates. He never choose Panics. He never choose Protege. He chose these songs. We could go further. Antisocial by Intense was a dub plate. It says, loyal, no afraid for talk. Frank, swing the Beretta. That's hypocrisy there. I have been consistent.
People, what kind of music the Prime Minister meditate upon? What kind of music him and listen to? Why not play?
Every accusation by the Labour Party is an admission of guilt. There is no reason that the People's National Party would want to disrupt the voting. We are encouraging persons to come out and vote for a better life. Our intention is to operate in a democratic society where the rule of law is supreme. And therefore, what has been said by Minister Chang, the exec of the Labour Party, and the Minister of National Security and the Deputy Prime Minister is false, and he ought not to make such false statement. It is unbecoming of him and the organization that he represents, and we really encourage them to stop it. Desist from it. The people are tired of this sort of government, and we really need to move forward as a country.
All right. Firstly, for me, can I ask you to respond to this release from the JLP just now, which states that the General Secretary condemns PNP's elements for bomb threats? Yes, in the release, Dr. Chang says it appears elements in the PNP have adopted mischievous and disruptive actions in an attempt to disrupt the voting of the security forces. I urge elements in the PNP to desist from seeking. Can I get you to respond to that?
This was prepared before the bomb threats were issued.
No, he does not. Can I get a response to that, please?
Yeah, I saw, well, may I say this before a full response? Because a full response will have to come from the General Secretary. But I saw when that release was posted, and as somebody who grew with him granny, there is often a trait among the guilt. My grandmother's version of it was not as sophisticated as Sigmund Freud. But Sigmund Freud famously says, criminals leave clues. They have a compulsion to confess. For Dr. Chang, who is presently not only the Deputy Prime Minister, but the Minister of National Security, to make such a bizarre statement before the authorities are able to conclude any investigation speaks to a mind that may reflect the mischief they complain about as the creator of the mischief, not the one describing it. It is an utterly unprofessional, below par, and reckless statement for him to have made, but it is consistent with the statements we have seen over the last 3 debates, where in the face of truth, people are able to hide behind innuendo of their own creation. And he's to be condemned for that.
It is not your birth that makes you Jamaica.
It's now time for a question from social media. We're going to Amoy Harriot.
Thanks, Archie. Our first social media question tonight comes from Instagram. Shania in Kingston, she says, low voter turnout suppresses the effectiveness of a democratic society. Many Jamaicans refuse to vote because they believe both parties are corrupt. What would you say to the significant population of non-voters? And if elected, how will you hold politicians accountable for offenses against the people instead of protecting them?
So in this instance, the question, you have 90 seconds to answer, and we begin with Dr. Holness.
Corruption is a serious problem in our country. And corruption requires strong leadership. From my position as Prime Minister, I have taken action against any member of my political party that has been involved or accused of anything that suggests corruption. In my own case, I have been investigated for a year with an expert forensic auditor. The findings of that report have suggested no corruption. There have been no charges.
Another lie again, Prime Minister.
Every aspect of my report, every aspect of my personal life and my personal financial details are in the public domain. I am the politician about which Jamaica knows the most. And therefore, I am the politician who can stand with the greatest moral authority to treat with any matter that is considered corrupt, as I have done in the past. And I want to give this assurance to the Jamaican people that you know me, you know about me, you can trust me, and you know that I stand against corruption.
Mr. Golding has the opportunity to respond to that social media question as well.
Andrew, what they know about you is that you have 28 bank accounts, that you received several $1 million in cash deposits from anonymous donors in your bank account, that your companies had transactions of over $400 million, several thousand transactions between them, and that Positive Jamaica Foundation, a non-profit which you are intimately connected with, provided resources which you use for personal investments through your personal company. We have signed the Leadership Code of Conduct developed by Integrity Commission. All of our spokespersons and myself have signed. None of your people have signed it. I am committed to ensuring that all members of the executive, when we form government, will have their Integrity Commission declarations published, not just the leader of the opposition and what should happen, but hasn't happened in your case because you're not certified, the Prime Minister. So the whole question that has been asked is an excellent question. And we really need to step up our vigilance against corrupt behavior, nepotism, and cronyism. The volume of scandals under this Jamaica Labour Party government is unprecedented. Over the number of ministers who have had to be removed from frontline duty, many of them parked in the naughty corner in OPM rather than being sacked. It is a disgrace to the country, and your personal situation where you're operating under a deep cloud because your Integrity Commission declarations are not certified, also is something which Jamaica cannot go forward with.
And I have to put my trust in a man, in a leader, who every time he put up in statutory declaration, he has been certified. That means that the man credible. And so when Marky G tell me, say, that in one build 50,000 houses, me have to believe him. And when he said to us that those 50,000 houses that we are going to build, you're not going to pay for the land portion of that housing cost. So what that means is that when you have a house which costs $14 million, when we build it and it come out less than $10 million, that means right away you have equity of over $4 million. That is what the Marky G housing plan is coming for the people of Jamaica.
I needed a little clarity myself, so just to be clear. So let's say, for example, a special report is tabled on the matter that the country is waiting to hear, the illicit six. That would come to the House and go straight to the...
On a point of order, I do not know of what you're speaking, member. It's a... I don't know, no. Please remove that comment. Please remove that comment. That comment is inappropriate, doesn't belong in the House, and is not included in any document submitted in this honorable house. Please remove your comment.
I've heard what you said, Madam Speaker.
And Hansel, please strike the comment.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has declared that so far, none of the government parliamentarians he had spoken to is being investigated for illicit enrichment.
So, which government parliamentarians got letters from the Integrity Commission stating they are being investigated for the crime?
My straight answer is that I have asked as far and as wide. I have gotten that response from everyone, but as far as I have been told, no. People have been written to, as the Integrity Commission does almost daily. But I have not heard of anyone in my political party being written to for this matter of illicit enrichment.
What is it that grieves God? The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, tells us there are 6 things the Lord hates. One of them is haughty eyes, but another one is a lying tongue. There's a funny story of Abraham Lincoln who was meeting with somebody and they had a dispute. This one man was being adamant on his position even though it didn't make sense. And Abraham Lincoln tried this little story. He said, "How many legs does a cow have?" The man said, "Well, 4." And Abe Lincoln said, "Well, yes, but what if I were to tell you that the tail of the cow was also a leg? How many legs does a cow have?" The man said, "Well, that would be 5. And Abe Lincoln said, "Well, that's the point. That's not true. Just because you say a tail is a leg doesn't make it a leg." Sometimes we get caught up in believing things that we've created in our own mind and we start telling them as if they're truth. We've got to make sure that we're not deceiving ourselves and then passing it on to other people. The Lord detests lying lips. Let's be honest with ourselves and honest with others.
And of the security forces who will, as I said earlier, always respond to protect and reassure.
Thank you, Raymond. Julia, did you want to say something on that score?
I just want to encourage the members of the security forces to remain patient. You will be able to vote. Some of you have to go to respond to these threats, which appear to be coordinated hoaxes. But you know, there's an assurance that you will be able to exercise your franchise today. So I don't want anyone to be this confusion, this deliberate attempt to create confusion, to deter anybody today from exercising their right to go out and vote.
And I really want to frankly add my thanks to the members of the security forces, knowing that they serve and protect. We respect these sacrifices which they make. But we also know that Jamaicans are resolute about exercising their franchise. And I encourage everybody who is listening today to remember that on September 3rd, do not let anything stop you from going out to vote. You must vote. And voting for Jamaica and Jamaicans, those of us who are born here, with our birth certificates in our hand, means you are to put your X beside the head.
Yo, my brother, what you say I go on now? People on the screen, before you start, that's somewhere JC Hutchison sent out. So like a book, something in us back to school, something which is $5,000, and the timing is not looking good. My brother, what's on your mind? Me know Mr. Megan, but my brother called me and he have something to say, so you know you go.
Yeah, because when you say you move, me did move too, and you know.
Yeah.
Blessings. We have to and we are look on the thing on media TV news, yeah, and it has show you say Andrew Holness, after last night in time, I consider our own appeal, final appeal court, yes, once to Jamaica. You must say Jamaica have the expertise and them can do the thing themselves. So we don't have to use England and we don't have to use Jamaica. See, you see our corrupt mind thing, that is a very corrupt thinking. Why we have external final court is that when you finish and you conclude or you then we then call it now, like you use up all of the court them in the country now. Yeah, to get a objective, yeah, unbiased judgment at the final part of the court now. So that is the final court. Then we use an external court. Yeah, so we say it is too expensive to use the one in England. And then the Caribbean now, where Jamaica was part of the creation. I think I even Bruce Gold in creation too. They have a Caribbean Court of Justice. Yeah, and Jamaica put up how much money every year to help start the court. And then through government change now, we no longer interested. Other government now still fit. So we are saying, we don't need no final court in a Jamaica, which part like what this present corruption or what is happening in our country, where these people can manipulate the people, them, the players are the people, them where are the factors, yeah, that control the court. Yeah, where they meddle with the whole procedure or the final court. You then go back and change back around the rules for suit your situation. We need final court where external, where we don't have no control over it. Yeah, so when we are trying some Jamaican case, then we couldn't use some Barbadian and Trinidad judges. Yeah, for rule over Jamaica circumstance and situation. Yeah, and when when Trinidadian have problems, same way now, or Barbados, then you'd have Jamaican judges or, from other, external from them country. That's how it works. That's the main thing of the thing. We don't want, like what the Prime Minister said, brother, we are calling out, brother, more corruption than corruption. Yeah? Oh, you run this man in a talk, we capable for have our own final court. Jamaica is a little small island. Yeah, and the corruption will reach Jamaica is deep, far, and wide. Yeah, so we don't want no thing that court there here. So look what that happened to our vibes cartel. Yeah, yeah. When we corrupt the thing, we meddle with the evidence and whatsoever. And I like say, maybe we can't say guilty or we can't say not guilty, but he never get due process. Yeah, he never did try one honest or correct way. He was mistried. Yeah, they said them contaminate the evidence. So whether he was guilty or not, either you have to retry him or you have to throw out the case. So we don't want no more where we have court, final court in a Jamaica now where you can contaminate the evidence, or you can create evidence, you can take away evidence, or you can change the rule and the law that guide the judiciary system. Yeah, too much corruption in a Jamaica. So when you go say that now, it's like you put an icing on corruption again. So even a situation where we find even the Jamaican Prime Minister in and the 9 other suspects, then them could normally just control as the government will end up set up the court system. Then can end up dismantle it like how we're trying to dismantle the IC. Yeah, the Integrity Commission. Yeah, so we want to change around the whole thing with the Integrity Commission, can them go court whatsoever. It can't work. And that's the kind of system we want in a Jamaica. We want to create Jamaica the other way, the opposite way. Yeah? Which part a man can stay so far from the cookie jar? Stay far from the judiciary process. Yeah? So you know, say when the ruling rule, yeah, you know, say the thing is unbiased. Yeah? Fear and unbiased judgment. Not know when nobody can manipulate. So it has to get far out of the reach of corrupt people and criminals. Yeah, and mafia organizations. Yeah, so that's the Jamaica where we need. We don't need no more of that, bro. We still go down that slippery slope there. It will try to come up out of. We don't want them court there, brother. Yeah, what's wrong with the Caribbean justice? What's wrong with it? What is wrong with it? We cannot get to manipulate it. So we want to set up our own court, final court. More corruption, brother. Corruption pan corruption. Then if we, oh God, man, I want my own related to Satan, brother. It look like somebody and Lucifer family.
Yo, that's true.
Yo, what the worst thing never call us, trust me, maybe a mash up, brother. I will tell me to go watch them thing, brother. Eh? When I go watch them thing, brother, me sick, brother. Yeah? I know what say about me try something. I don't even want up more feet, brother. But I'm gonna drink something, brother. So I mean, stomach sick, brother.
Non-stop, brother.
Yeah, we're just living for your day, brother, for September the third come, brother, and here we are here, bomb threat and them things. The one bomb threat. The PNP have disadvantage for any upset, yeah, with even natural or unnatural disaster right now, to the detriment and the disadvantage of the People's National Party or the electorate, them will feel they are being oppressed and suppressed. We are looking for deliverance. So that we don't have nothing to do with no PNP. Yeah, a man with even one no more common sense, so they know say that has to do with the government we don't want to release power. Where them say them have like prison sentence over their head and trillions at risk. Yeah, so they wouldn't want to let go. So then we'll do everything or anything just to retain power or just to keep power just a little longer for a better clean up. Yeah, because we're not stupid. We have to call a shovel a shovel. Yeah, and we see a long mouth shovel, we are set is a shovel. You can't fool we. You understand? And all of we travel, we know all we know about state, but when we see shovel, most of we Jamaican, most of we know shovel. So when we say shovel, we call it shovel. So we know in a joke. And low heap of clean up we go on in a Jamaica. Yeah, whole heap of thing. And we can't call it out the right way of this, them and go say we defame them and them want, so we're liable and things. But we see the thing them acting out. So don't come with this, Bobo. We don't want to quote. We Jamaican people don't want to quote. The little corrupt people, them we don't get nothing. All of the money was stolen from the state. The hungry belly people, them we are running down for 5 grand and 3 grand. Them not get nothing out of it. And them have problem when them go hospital. Yeah, after them pick me up to go to the world school. So them have a generation, illiteracy, low paid salary jobs them are going to do. So them now can't attain nothing in a society. Yeah, to lift up them whole standard of living. Yeah, you know what is standard of living? Come like we have to start teaching Jamaican people so simple, basic. If the government, yeah, like all the money where you shovel and say, all right, we're going to train, we're going to work back the training centers then. And then teach you where have proper training. Yeah, so you were used to have to break your back and kill out yourself on a site with a shovel. Then you then get an easier job or pay more money. Yeah, pay a lot more money. Yeah, so when you go home now, the field bill that check the way you collect now, you know, so you can move the child and send him to one proper school. You can pay a vehicle to transport your child to and from school. You can eat, you know, so the brain. Some women, you know, when they're pregnant, you know, them stress out. Some of them, the father, rest them all kind of something. Some of them are a new pregnancy, are the first one, and them not have the proper nutrition. Yeah, during the pregnancy. Yeah, so after the child born, the child brain now finish develop when the child about average 7-year-old. Yeah, so we shouldn't eat, so the child shouldn't get proper nutrition. Yeah, we'd like eat like an egg every morning, something with protein, good protein too, and things to develop the child brain properly. So you know the people who have money or who can afford it, yeah, or have proper jobs, them can give them the children, you know, a proper breakfast in the morning. Yeah, straight through that them years there till the brain properly developed. So when that brain is properly developed, you see how smart that child is. Yeah, so when you send the child to school, the child is easily educated. A child now went from a poor family where you wake up and you give him little sugar and water, and you give him little one leaf, you pick one little leaf and drop in your teeth, where there's no nutrition, no value, and the sugar even compromise the child's immune system. Yes, so when that child grow up now, no matter where you're teaching, if you think you can learn maths or physics that easily, or chemistry, no, he must be left when him done in school, he must go use shovel. Yeah, them thing they must go load container. Them then low salary paying jobs. So it's like the whole poverty keeping at the generation. Yeah? So if we have proper government to re-educate and retrain the people that they can have a higher standard of living, yes, then you will see more growth and better standard of living for the people them. Yeah, but until this BPO and this hotel where you hear them keep talking about, yeah, it's a modern day slavery thing. Yeah, and we want to come out of that. We prefer have more guest house for ourselves for Airbnb, and we advertise Airbnb more. Yeah, and the money will stay here. The hotel them are external investment that The road, them when I get nothing for the road, we use the road and the road benefits we get. And then something about the external investment where the politician can get kicked back, that now benefit we. Yeah? That is not development in a developing country. Development in a developed.
Well, I know the man come on the platform, come tell me say Jamaica look like a first world country. We get shit in our water. Look at the hospital. Look, hold on, man. Hold on there. We get shit in our water. And him hide the water result and report from us. Look on the hospital them. Look on the road them. Look on education. Do not come on this platform, come tell any lies. I will block and delete you.
Yeah, because our road, don't stop boast about the man them highway. Because the police are blare the siren and enter the highway boat. And when he touch the boat, the police dip in his pocket and he could have find the toll money. He must lock off the car and park it one side. It's not our road. Our road, where our road start fix up 2 months ago, them start pitch patch our road, and our road has been repaired and maintained with poor quality, and they never even maintained over the 9 years. Only the people them will have the contract with them highway, and the contract of the highway say them have the right to increase the toll every 6 months. So the government have nothing to do with it. The government better have money when the ambulance are going to enter on the boat on the highway.
Can you imagine the position where Jamaica find themselves in? Or yet some other company, why?
But anyhow, the man we are drive the ambulance or the paramedics, them can't find one money. If the ambulance enter the poor boat, who they in that for death, they're Jamaican citizens, they have to go there. Remember, say the oligarch and politician and their friend use helicopter.
Emergency vehicles should be exempt. Emergency vehicles should go in through. How come the government have this type of arrangement, people? That government vehicle are not exempt like emergency vehicles. Fire trucker come through, become save somebody's life. Police are come through, become save somebody's life. Ambulance are come through, become save somebody's life. Jamaica, how did Jamaica come in at this type of arrangement with the Chinese?
Where will you get the understand? Yeah? The developers them from foreign every time them come here and them link the Jamaican politician them. The politician them I tell them like to do this for me. And once them get the kickback, then the developers them sign the create the agreement and tell them say we want how much thing upon the beach. We want all of that. And he say yes, I can get that, and he say yes. Or if he say if you get that, you have to give me some more money. And he get the more money and he get anything we want to get. So it's an apartheid, South African apartheid model we are working off. Yeah, that's the model where we're working off. So anybody who have the investment and then right away from the beach and then so no space for no fisherman. If the fisherman go over there, that establishment, the hotel security guard can shoot the fisherman to trespass. Yeah, and that's how it works. Yeah, so we don't want the model that we want the foreign investor them and look for a hotel. A hotel come to Jamaica and 10 years you get concession. Tax-free concession. Yeah? You know how much billions that they matter about? Listen me. Hotel I get 10-year concession. Chinese I get 5-year concession. Look how much money that. And then your hotel will say our people them can get 3.5% tax break. 3.5 million a year. And members say when they get the 3.5 million a year, you know, every time they spend the money, they pay 15% GPT. So, and I like them, I get to it. Yeah? So, when the government draw out the income tax out of your money, yeah, like all, when you go up to a certain amount of money, they take 25%. Every time you spend the rest of the money left, you know, you have 75% left of the money, you know. And every time you spend the money at Jamaica, you lose 15%. So, 15 and 25 are 35% that. You understand? 40%. Yeah.
Yo, respect, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, man, bless up, man. Bless
Respect
up.
every time, my brother, to the maximum.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, man, cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It is not your birth that makes you Jamaican. It is the choices you make for your country. It is not your birth that makes you Jamaican. It is the choices you make for your country. It is not your birth that makes you Jamaican. It is the choices you make for your country. It is not your birth that makes you Jamaican. It is the choices you make for your country.
We have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill me said. No, we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead. Whoa. I'm from the beautiful land of Jamaica, land of sunshine and the best reggae maker. From me was a little boy from dollar a paper. Here corruption of poor people paper. Them creating killer, thief and raper. Youth graduate from college done hotel waiter. Politician them matter but them we get better later. Only man never better the undertaker. The truth, but I want to kill me dead. And when me dead them can't kill when me said. Now we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said now. Whoa, things out of hand in a all kind of manner. Motor vehicle examiner and the biggest scammer. Them scam me nephew, me niece and me mama. Wonder when the government a go put down the hammer. Police respect your uniform, the oath on the way honor. No in a rum bar and a drink till the stomach. Embarrassment to the force with no vulgar grammar. Jump in a yoke, you almost kill nana. Office speak the truth, no one fi kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now we have to speak the truth. No one be kill me dead. No one when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now, well, this a topic when me want to get wild and why so much pretty fall they pan me island. A Jamaica me at a bone, no one no Thailand. Big man dead, they want to take a liquor picking in island. Pity for the stop, government figure off at them. Look on the size and left me look at that at them. Bring them in a jailhouse, make the judge slaughter them in a prison. When they feel the rat again, I'll be speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now me have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now politician, for your time now, open your ears all. The citizen in charge of the seat that you hold when election done. You remember us all, not even go fix to patrol. Can't meet with basic needs, then what is your role? The youth they want better road and light pan pole. Youth they want job and money in a bill full. Politician me say make no so cold. So we have to speak the truth, them have to kill we dead. Labor right thing we PNP toss we back. Them a give we pay beating across we back. Them a take get to youth, them feel off in stock. Tired of long talking time we start to act. How many times politicians have to fool you before you learn? We need a change. Me not just a politician cause enough of them a thief. Nepotism, cronyism, bloody cancer, them a get. Pattern up the pocket go on like say we no see it. Get to you no have no job and hospitals no have no sheet. Or make it just some politician when enough of them a cheat. Pattern up the pocket, nobody no pay fee. Too much of them at the cookie jar, enough of them a tweet. Stealing from the sufferer, sometimes me wonder how them sleep. How many labor right thing we PNP toss we back. Them a give we pay beating across we back. Them a take get to youth, them feel off in stock. Tired of long talking time we start to act. How many times politicians have to fool you before you learn? We need a change. Me not just a politician cause enough of them a thief. Nepotism, cronyism, bloody cancer, them a get. Pattern up the pocket go on like say we no see it. Get to youth no have no job and hospitals no have no sheet. Or make it just some politician when enough of them a cheat. Pattern up the pocket, nobody no pay fee. Too much of them at the cookie jar, enough of them a tweet. Stealing from the sufferer, sometimes me wonder how them sleep. How many times politicians play with your mind before you learn? That's not okay, yeah. How many times politicians have to fool you before you learn? We need a change. From Westmoreland to Portmore, St. Thomas to Iron Shore, Jamaica for sale but not to the poor. Not even the blind would have sell him on door. Politicians if we trust them, but without them, all of them corrupt so the youth them talk about them. With the street that what you promise that you must hold them. You we no member of the soldier little scout them. How many times politicians play with your mind before you learn? That's not okay, yeah. How many times politicians have to fool you before you learn? We need a change. When politicians have buy vote, no fi take them money and condemn and go along your yard go cook a boat. Well, on a very serious note, check the background of the man them who send get a youth go gun quote. Wicked youth. Labor right thing we paint we toss we back. Them a give we pay beating across the back. Them a take get a youth them fill off in stock. Tired of long talking time we start to act. Only election time we see up on the turn. Keep on the money, give the youth them work. Nobody give me chicken, left the charity for church. Before you dash the money, fix the road them first. Take a look at money, me see them, that's when the election I buy vote. And if you don't have tablet. You know long ones people mind. That stuff alright. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again. What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the yellow rat you. Use the youth, them money, waste my must have statue. Say we like a catch you, but we got in a figure you. Take the spit of money, God and say that is not you. One day the man above end up in my gut up. Too much it in the kitchen, some fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you. It burn me 300% free. It burn me garbage pile of the day. It burn me give the teacher them raise. It burn me I see corruption fees. It burn me mash down the people them house. It burn me every day appear arms out. It burn me appear money them a thief. It burn me and them a sell out the beach. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again. Come me say big up all the charities and all of the giver. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rough and they down in a whatever. Member bowl honey and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start that thief when them sell. It burn me. Or they treat the market man. It burn me. Or them a treat the cat man. It burn me. Or they treat the peanut man. It burn me. Or them a treat the dirt man. It burn me. Or them a treat the sun man. It burn me. Or them a treat policeman. It burn me. Or them a treat soldier man. It burn me. Or them a treat everyone. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again. What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the yellow rat you. Use the youth, them money, waste my must have statue. Say we like a catch you, but we got in a figure you. Take the spit of money, God and say that is not you. One day the man above end up in my gut up. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you. It burn me 300% free. It burn me garbage pile of the day. It burn me give the teacher them raise. It burn me I see corruption fees. It burn me mash down the people them house. It burn me every day appear arms out. It burn me appear money them a thief. It burn me and them a sell out the beach. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and I resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rough and they down in a whatever. Member bowl only and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
On they treat the market man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
On they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the son man.
It burn me.
On them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and I resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
I me say put that way we do, you make you do with that. All of the money uno take, uno better give it back. All of the land we uno take, you know we want it back. All of the beach uno tip, you better give it back. And you know sign a code that conduct, we don't want you back. You know declare you asset down, we don't want you back. You come fi fill in your pocket and we don't want you back. Have your hand deep in a corruption, we don't want you back.